Adorable little bird bread.
Oh, what?
Bird bread.
Bird bread?
Yeah.
What's bird bread?
Bread in the shape of a bird. Okay. Put that there. And as always, I am totally unprepared. We're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna need a third monitor if this keeps up.
You'd be alright. Well, shit, for once I'm early and everyone else is. Nah.
It's late. I know, right? Let me check. Yeah, I got old chicks and a bread, so we should be good to go. Okay, I see a wither. A muted wither, but a wither nonetheless. There you are. Or not. Okay. Constantly just
they do not exist in this mortal plane.
What does exist in this mortal plane? What is this? This is
Precisely.
well then. Let's see. Alright. There's that. That goes there. Dun, 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 dun. Although, that does remind me. You guys seen the newest Five Nights at Freddy's trailer?
I only seen the one so far, so unless a new one's come out recently.
A new one came out like yesterday, I think it was.
Oh, okay. Didn't know I have not seen the new one.
I've seen none of them.
Oh god.
Nope.
I kind of want to see it just for how bad it's going to be.
Well, it's totally going to be bad. It is
What
not
do
going to
you
live
mean
up to what they
bad?
think. It's
No, definitely not gonna live up to expectations, but
Apparently, the people that made the horror film Megan are the ones that are working on this.
well, I mean, Megan was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard the same. It's just from what I've seen so far, it's
Blumhouse?
actually I think it's a different one. But this is going to be corny as fuck and I love it.
Oh, did any of us check out the Nick Cage knockoff one that came up last year or something like that?
Oh, that one. I've seen reviews.
You mean Face On?
No. There was a movie where Nicolas Cage didn't say a single fucking word throughout the entire movie, and it was essentially in the same vein as the animatronic horror. Oh, I don't know what the name of it is though.
I'm trying to think of it too because I haven't seen it yet, but I'm like, yeah, I might want to see it.
I've seen a review of it, but that's about it. That is all I have seen for it. I think I watched it on Foundflix over on YouTube. At least I think that's where I saw it.
Willy's Wonderland.
That's it.
Yep, I knew it was something.
Something Wonderland.
I knew it was something like Chuck E. Cheese. So it was like I knew I'd figure it out eventually.
All right, now we just need.
Wait, he doesn't speak throughout the whole movie?
Yeah, Nicolas Cage doesn't. I don't think he says a single word outside of like grunts.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I think it was one of the things when someone reviewed it because I think I watched a couple of reviews on it. That was one of the biggest things they pointed out is Nick Cage doesn't speak.
Yeah. That's odd.
Odd choice, but very interesting.
Did you see his intro thing for Dead by Daylight?
Oh yeah, that's right. He's a survivor in DBD now,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yep. When he first came out and you load it up, it was showing the stuff and he's narrating the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, this sounds like a Nicolas Cage movie. Just the way that he's narrating it. I'm like, yeah, that's totally Nick Cage right there.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
And then Zombie was playing DBD the other day, and she was showing off the xenomorph that just is now in it.
Yes, the xenomorph
And,
drop.
And apparently, one of the things that I love is, yeah, you go ahead, throw down the pallet. If I've got my tail charged up, I can hit you from a distance.
I will admit, them bringing in the xenomorph kind of makes me want to play.
Yeah, and they got various skins. So you got the basic, you got one that's all pale, you got a queen. It's I'm gonna be buying. I'm gonna play it tomorrow, but I'm gonna be buying. I'm gonna be buying that and Nick Cage.
Okay. Why? I like the xenomorph.
Oh, what was that?
I'm being patted.
Oh,
She's embarrassed.
What?
okay. Where's the corgi?
I do not know. Let me go digging through the servers.
He's apparently playing Dead by Daylight.
Oh, cool. So time to pop into
Okay,
his stream and
I
then
yelled at
bonk him.
I just yelled at him in Discord.
That too. Let's see.
Like, Cordy! I get to give him shit because I was on time for once. And I have an excuse. I'm working right now.
Kick.
I will be king of the pirates.
The only reason I can still do this while working is because I ain't no supervisor.
Some tread.
Kick.
I have to drive home tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yay? Question mark?
Mom and Jaybird both mentioned that you were coming home this weekend.
Oh, dang, they did?
Yeah.
Does that mean they miss me? And also
Yeah,
to the yay question mark, that is indeed the
like I
correct
said, I
reaction. I
swear
like the
that
food. I don't like
survivors
whatever drama's
thought
definitely
Uno
gonna
saying
occur.
already.
You're the
I'm
same as
stressed
me.
enough.
Oh, I'm here for the food,
Good
not for the
food.
drama. I'll watch, but I won't participate.
Yick.
Because if anything, I think I was like maybe 15 meters away from the sabotage. It's like, fuck. It's unfair.
Yeah. It sounds like it.
Hmm?
Okay, I got his attention. There is a... Is that a dog in the corner? Alrighty. Dig.
I'm gonna be munching on snacks.
Okay. Yeah, I just finished up dinner. I've been trying to make variations on bulletproof coffee.
Bulletproof coffee.
Yes, also, hi, Corey!
Oh, look who finally showed up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was bleeding on the hatch.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm working and I still fucking showed up early.
Eat my ass. All the way to
Just
the
shows how
donut.
which one of us is better with commitment.
Oh my gosh!
And
If I didn't have an alarm, I would have
and who
forgotten
is
about
about
this
50
to, like...
miles away from a woman?
Me,
Judy.
because fuck women, because I like money in my wallet.
Hey! Oh dear.
That's okay, I'm a lobster at heart.
You're a lobster at heart.
Pardon me, I'm just
So-
dying.
You need to be buttered up?
You need to do a roll?
I mean, sure.
Become a lobster roll?
Great. That's exactly the way to my heart.
Oh my gosh, this is good, beautiful.
Well, folks, the quickest way to a person's heart is through their
Everything's gonna
stomach.
evolve into
Or the
crabs
third and
anyways.
fourth rib.
Everyone's gonna turn into a crab.
And
Bless.
Every plant's gonna turn to a tree.
Absolute bless.
okay, come on.
Dude, man, and real and birds are fake.
Okay, dungeons. I don't care about Dungeons and Dragons Online. Fuck you.
But they care about you.
Oh, you also know something
like
that's
hell
funny?
Not with that AI art. What's funny?
My English class is about conspiracies. Our final project is going to be presenting a conspiracy theory presentation.
Okay,
I'm
here's the
going to
thing,
go
though.
into research about the lizards.
Okay,
No, research
here's the
about
thing, though.
how that
No one will
homework
stop me.
is really a torture device invented by teachers who couldn't figure out how to teach children.
Well, okay. Listen here, you little
True.
shits. I feel like aliens are actually the lizard people who are part of the Illuminati, who are secretly the Spanish Inquisition underneath it all.
Excuse me, we don't take comments from
That
the
seems
country
about
that
right.
doesn't really exist.
Oh god.
And yet you'll take our storms. Way to be a champ.
Oh my word.
And our wildfires.
Yeah, we don't like your wildfires. We're trying to send that shit back.
And yet you say that we don't exist. Where did
You
it come
don't
from?
You're magical creatures.
So what you're
gosh.
saying is you're full of
the laser
shit with
that
the
Hawaii, the
fires.
wildfires.
Oh my gosh. You can tell we haven't been around each other in like what, a
What are you doing
month?
in on my classes?
I'm just saying, if you would existed, you'd have a fire department up there to stop the fires.
I don't know. If we existed, we wouldn't have fires. Hmm?
What is fire?
Oh, good lord.
Exactly.
Okay. Alright.
Probably a triangle.
Bless him.
I'm sorry, Bermuda Triangle? We're the Bermuda...
We're
What?
bringing the Bermuda Triangle.
Where do you think all the
No.
fires come from?
Great.
That is where Godzilla
Did you see the
is. Let's
video
not
of
fuck with
water
that.
on fire? Someone lit the ocean on fire and it worked. We have
I know.
problems.
I love seeing him use the fire on top of water. People are just like, well, I don't know what to do here.
I'm over here being my chemist brain is just like, well, this is how all of that actually occurs. But we don't need logic right now, do we?
No.
No,
No, we don't do logic here. Don't bring that
out of the
shit in this
window, through the
conversation.
woods.
Logic is for aliens. We're probably Americans.
Oh my
Logic,
God.
no need.
Blows.
That's definitely
Alrighty.
how this country works.
Good grief. Anyway. So.
I have to make a process book? Dang. I'm doomed.
Bless a bear. Alright, I'm going to get out my metal dice for this session. I'm probably gonna need them.
Throw at us?
You to beat us up? Oh my god, you gonna beat us up? I can't believe this.
Abuse! I'll have it all on camera. Abuse!
Says this is being streamed in like 3 different places.
He needs the metal
Oh, it
dice
is?
for what I asked the last
Are
time I
you
talked to her.
streaming? How many people are streaming?
There's Corey, and then I've got this
I'll be
tossed
back
up
checking
on like
spaghetti.
YouTube.
Recording.
I need to check my wet noodles.
Ah, recording.
Oh
Got it.
my.
Oh my!
Oh no.
Also, you.
Mm.
That's
So
scandalous.
I'm now at the point with my sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using all of the d6s that come in my little dice set.
Which dice set?
This one, not the big one yet.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm getting this one out for this.
Yeah, when we were at the con earlier this year, there was a guy who was selling bricks of d6s.
We're gonna need it. We're gonna need them. Especially me. Let me dig out a few
Yeah.
more D20s. Oh yeah, Fortino's still a character. I need one for him.
Fortino!
These are those are counters.
I had
Well,
to make
hold on.
stamps for graphic design.
Oh, how'd that go?
So many stamps now. Some of them would be good stickers.
Ooh, cool.
Tell you what,
Alrighty.
I'm gonna show you some later.
Okay,
Not right now, we're busy.
kick. Alrighty, let me mimic hand it over.
Busy with the lore.
Oh, but also,
Mimic?
kind of a funny thing.
The mimic?
I tried rolling. I tried rolling 2 sets, or one set of d6s from each of my sets.
Mhm.
They both rolled the same number. Total.
Oh boy. Alrighty, so, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a while since we have done campaign. So, last time
Question,
on...
is Corgi back from his doodles?
That's a good question. Judging by the fact that he has
I
no quip,
Heard you
I'm gonna
starting
say
and I'm
no.
like, wait a second.
That's a good, valid
Yeah, I
point.
was about to say, gotta wait
Ah, goodness.
for the introductions. For the one person that needs said introduction. For the streamy me boys.
Well, I'm going to dig around real quick then and just use this as a time to hopefully get a map up. I don't know how many maps I'm going to need today, but I have at least one.
How many maps do I need? Yes.
Healed.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Alright, so we are going to do this. And I've got to find stuff.
This is gonna be a day with level 5. I gotta remember what the heck I did.
Oh yeah, you guys are now level 5. I'm pretty sure everyone is completely leveled up now. Like all your stuff is complete. Oh,
Just
boy.
remembering my last conversation on my questions on spell.
Oh, this is gonna be terrifying.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Alright, let's see. Which place are you guys going first?
Taco Bell?
Ding. Heck. Let's see.
And they all took a glorious trip to Taco Bell, where they adventured for the double-decker taco.
Taco Bell for the legendary chalupa.
Guarded by the gatekeeper, the evil chulapa dog.
Oh, God.
It's like a Cthulhu dog with a Chihuahua mixed together.
Oh, my word.
I don't know, my brain just thought of that. Don't ask me. My brain goes to places.
Heck. I'm actually surprised no one has that one particular soundbite.
Which soundbite?
The Taco Bell.
The dong?
Yeah.
Not on Blurps? I thought it was.
Doesn't look like
Look at-
anyone's got that soundbite. Does yours
Well,
have it?
Do you? If it's on YouTube, I can download because I have a site that downloads YouTube stuff, and I can send it to you later if I can find it.
Oh, that would be great. I can add that to the soundboard for Discord.
Yep, I'll do that later tonight then.
Until then. There we go.
I need that soundbite, by the way.
I got
Now
it.
that I'm actually paying attention to TikTok, I actually now need to pay attention to soundbites.
Okay, filled up. Alright, let's see. Alright, so I'm gonna need this one first. Oh boy. This is gonna be a tiny bit of a nightmare. Cause
Isn't that life, though?
that is the wrong map. Bloody hell.
Oh no, not the wrong map.
Oh shit, I forgot my mat.
Ick. Okay. Got the correct map now.
Mat's right here.
Huzzah, and now I have to find everything else. No! We will get there when we get there. Alright.
Or
So-
will we?
Tell me about it. Alright.
And we all just die.
It sounds like the corgi is back.
He forgot something.
You forgot something.
Dag freaking gummit.
I think napkins or something. I don't know. Or maybe the fork. We'll have to ask him when he returns.
Fear. Fear.
Ah, crap, I forgot my straw. I'll get it.
Really?
Fear.
What? Ah, crap, I forgot my straw. Hey.
What did you forget last
really?
time?
Oh
Napkins?
my god, I am never taking Corgi on a fucking road trip.
Well, here's the thing, though. I fear Goldie.
You gotta
I
stop
don't
for snacks
fear you.
anyways.
You fear Goldie?
She's a mod.
Goldie?
I mean, yeah, she's one of my mods too.
Hey, if you had, what was it, the tits program, then yeah, you'd fear her.
Oh yeah, because she
I
can
have,
redeem that
I
stuff
have
for free.
Darlene and Cloud. I have to fear. Okay.
The what now?
They empty the cannon and it breaks the tits or my avatar. So
So you know my pain.
exactly.
Well, then again, like there's more diversity in my canon.
Oh, my word.
Mine's all about what treats and stuff.
Oh,
Mine has bots, tits, and frying pans.
goodness. Quite the
I've had a
mixture.
frying pan thrown at me. I don't
I'm
need
just
that shit thrown at me again.
confused.
YouTube and VTuber stuff. Well, not YouTube, Twitch and VTuber stuff. Is the simplest explanation there.
Yeah, we'll
Alrighty.
go.
Oh yes, that explained everything.
I guess we're ready.
Alright, so everyone ready?
Sure.
Okay. Alrighty, so it has been a while.
How's it?
Indeed.
Thought it was just yesterday.
Smack. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Journey to the Radiant Citadel. We are currently in the module of the Fiend of Hollow Mind. So,
Oh,
Was it Sound body and hollow mind.
I accidentally put a D on the end of that, didn't I?
Maybe.
Heck.
Maybe.
Mine. M-I-N-E. But,
Mime?
yeah.
Don't mind the mime.
Yeah, there you go. So, last time, you guys befriended no one,
Bird.
better known as Glint. And
Bird.
it was
And-
rather touching. I nearly cried at the end of all that.
And the bard wants to
Bird
lay
is
him.
the word.
I think the bard wants to cuddle the bird in this particular sense. She still wants
Yes.
to body nobody. I feel bad.
Please
for
tell
the
me.
bird.
Please tell me that nobody has no nose. So it can be nobody knows.
I'm just gonna sit here and not even comment.
Drum rolls enough.
Drum rolls enough. Where's the boo? Where's the boo button when we need it?
I
Let's
don't know
try
if I
that as
have that
boo.
soundbite.
There you
There you
go.
go.
That worked.
How was that
That
a boo?
No
That's
word.
good enough.
Are we throwing tacos at people again?
Oh my god.
And I have
I
a
want
taco.
tacos. Don't say
Sam,
I
taco,
can
I want
probably
taco.
use it.
Do you
But-
know that the Jacks at Montevallo is closed for renovations? Ah,
Oh shit.
I want to cry. Where am I meant to get my chicken now?
Cement.
Wait, what was it?
Where am I meant to
Jags.
get my chicken now?
What chickens? Wait, I'm confused.
Chicken.
What
I
are you
want
getting
chicken
that from?
tenders.
Alright.
Okay, let me rephrase this.
Closed.
Where are you getting the chickens from? The chicken tenders?
Jacks.
Jax.
Oh, Jack's. I don't know why, but I heard
Yeah.
Popeyes.
How the fuck?
Well,
No, it's okay. I would fight Popeyes. I don't like them.
Well, here's the thing, though. To be fair, her mic kind of cut
fight a lot of
away
people.
little.
Is Popeyes at the Arsenal? Is that what replaced Church's Chicken?
Yeah.
No, there's still churches
Okay, yeah, I
around.
don't like them. They put rice in their mashed potatoes. What did you just say about
What
Church's
the
Chicken?
fuck?
They put rice in their potato?
Yeah,
The fuck?
Gross.
and their gravy was so spicy, so I'm like, never coming here again. No, thank you.
I'd rather go to
Well,
Taco
I like
Hell.
it.
Yeah. Anyway, I heard a comment on Church's Chicken, and I will fight you if it is
I
anything
said-
negative.
I said Church's Chickens is still around at places.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
still some.
I'm not joking at churches. I eat churches.
I miss them
Like
so
old
much.
churches?
Same. Like Church's chicken. Like it was the best chicken.
I mean,
Even I liked it, and I don't
it
much care
is
for
the
fried
best
chicken.
chicken.
We don't have it.
What did you just say? You don't like fried chicken? Do you have a problem?
I don't like fried chicken.
Keto.
How are you related to me?
Keto.
Excuse me. That's
This
not
is more of a
American
sin
Union,
for
baby.
her.
Demonic
Get out.
possession?
Oh
the
my
heck?
gosh.
It's chicken.
Yes, but more often than not, it's mostly bread. But that's the good thing about Church's chicken. It's mostly chicken.
But that's what chicken tenders are for, and the boneless chicken. They're tendies. I get not like in chicken wings because there's bones, and then it's mostly just bones and bread. And then what is the point of eating just bread and bones? None. Chicken tenders, boneless wings, little nuggets. Hell yeah! Shovel that into my face.
Just
Wait,
give me
the-
dino nuggets. I'm good.
And it turns out it's
That
not
too.
actually chicken wings, it's pigeon wings.
I mean, still
Bird is
bird.
bird. As long
Hey,
as
a
you
bird is
slap
a
on
bird.
General Soul sauce, I don't give a shit.
That's good too. I love the orange chicken from Walmart before they discontinued it because it didn't taste like orange chicken. It was fake, and I loved it for it.
It was
It
fake.
wasn't citrusy at all. Yeah, there wasn't the citrus of the orange, and yet they called it orange chicken, and it was my favorite shit. I tell you what,
It turns out they painted it orange.
I would have been fine with that. I loved that crap.
Knowing Walmart, I would not doubt that.
No doubt. They're just mocking Oreos.
All right.
Flattery and mimicry, I tell you what.
So to pick this particular train and put it back on another rail.
Yeah, don't even say in the station. We're not there. We're gone.
We're off our rails.
That's your
Putting you
fault for
back
not
on
liking
at
fried
least a
chicken.
few. But
Like,
So-
what about chicken parmesan? Like, that's a fried chicken usually.
Scrubs, where's your
At least
pirate
breaded.
drugs?
Where's Scrubs?
Scrubs is here.
I don't hear Scrubs.
Pirate drugs or scrubs?
Pirate Scrubs. Yeah, sure.
Why
Drugs?
are Scrubs on drugs?
I will
Rub a
take
dub
some.
Scrubs.
Oh, good lordy. Anyway, so
It's like I'm already on them. So no.
so quick review because it has been a while.
Pazuzu.
You guys are in the city. You guys are currently in the not city. Was it a town or was it a village? You're in a place called Bilpazul, and you guys have agreed to help I think it was a gnome. Yeah, make up
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Was it the revolutionary?
Estella.
Yeah, Paloma.
Yeah.
Estella.
There's
And
a Stella.
Paloma.
Yeah,
That one too.
Isn't
That's
Estella the bony lady?
Estella is the
No,
dwarf that got you guys from
Oh,
the
that's
journey,
right, that's right.
or from the Radiant Citadel to this place. And
Yes,
then
okay.
Rufina is
The other
the
one has an
bone
R.
lady that
There we
shakes
go.
a bit for no box.
Yeah, the lady who wants to jump my bones. Okay.
Add it to a collection. Anyway,
That's
so,
not scary at all.
so like I said, you guys are in Milpazul. It is at this point that
Milk.
the party, as well as Glint, Estella, and being forced along Fortino, you guys have all agreed to go and
Martino!
check out a town called Hollow, where there is a well-known silver mine.
I just realized something.
Hmm.
If there's paladins there, it's Hollow Knights.
He beat me to the joke. I was gonna say if we go at night, it's a Hollow Night.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
he beat me.
But-
Beat me by 20 seconds.
So, you guys had spent the last 2 sessions, you spent it gathering information, gathering supplies. You convinced Estella and no one, better known as you guys have learned, his name is Glint. You guys have convinced them
Clint
not
Eastwood.
kick. But you've convinced them not to go to these mines at night. You guys have decided you would all rest up and go in the morning. And it is over the past 2 or at least the past session that you guys were you worked on your own stuff, but through all of the kind gestures, like going with Glint and helping him get supplies for everyone, him in return getting like little breads shaped in different forms for y'all. But with the ultimate thing that
Candy.
yeah, and candy. But the thing that kind of ultimately sealed the deal with him befriending you guys is when Fidrit, our dwarf artificer,
To the surprise of all of us.
tell me about it. Fidrit offered and indeed fix Glint's mask, which also revealed that his beak was broken
By no one.
by nobody.
Or that's what it is, yeah.
He's no one.
nobody.
Yeah, he's no one. But he also implored with you guys, and this is something that will carry. He asked you guys to make sure that you were just as kind to the other members of the group, who he said are the twins and nothing. And with that,
So-
go ahead.
Oh, okay, so there's a total of 4 people, supposedly, in this group?
Total of 5 if you count nobody.
Okay.
So,
Sorry.
it's okay. So after Fidrit, you guys have had kind words for him. You said you guys will do
So
what you
it's
can.
the twin and what?
The twins and nothing.
Got it.
So we got nobody, nothing, 2 twins, and
No one.
Glint.
Yep.
Okay.
So, with that, you guys all kind of shared kind words with him, and you said you would do your best, given the situation. You would do your best to try and be kind to them
Just 31.
in the future. So, after that, everyone turned in for bed, so everyone has got a nice long rest. It is here where we pick up, including Zephyr. Zephyr actually got a good night's rest, so that dealio is now kaput.
Obtuse.
Indeed. But with that said, we'll pick things back up when it is now in the morning. So if you guys want to roll initiatives for how...
I'm to talk to the birds.
Damn it, I was hoping you'd forget.
No, I wrote it down on my board. I get to have bird talk with Glint.
It has been a month. I am shocked that thing's still on there.
Of course it is. I don't touch it. Plus, I have a little notebook as well. You think I was going to forget my precious talk with Glint?
So
Yeah,
what you're
hell no.
saying is she needs to pay you a visit and then erase everything.
Probably.
Which one do I roll for initiative?
Or
Is that an 8 or 20?
D20. So if you guys want to roll for initiative to who wakes up first, you can. Otherwise, you can kind of just decide amongst yourselves. Or if you all just generally wake up at the same time.
Well, I got a 2, so I'm sleeping the fuck in. Because I was busy fixing shit last night, so fuck you all, I'm sleeping in.
That is fair. That is fair.
I'm sorry, was that my internal thoughts coming out? I apologize.
You are not sorry.
Kick.
I am not sorry. I apologize for nothing.
And as another little quick review as you guys roll for who wakes up first, we have Zograd playing Fidrit, who is a dwarf artificer, specifically a battlesmith. We have Wither, who is playing a Aragonasi bard, who specializes. And I think your specialization was lore?
Weapon step.
Lore bard, or College of Lore, I think it was. Then we have Scrubs, played by Karate, my hubby.
He gets a special announcement. I see how it is.
Okay, Wither's my sister. Moving on.
Oh,
Just trying to make fun
I'm
of
nobody
you.
related, sorry.
we're just a pack of dogs for the family.
I just realized, oh my gosh, it's technically correct. Because both of y'all are dog tubers. But anyway.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Anyway, excuse me.
Are you good, bro?
I'm just dying. So we have Scrubs, who is a kobold rogue with the arcane trickster archetype, correct? Okay. And then lastly, we have Corgi, who's playing Novox, a Asimir cleric with Death Domain. I think I got everyone's either specialization or archetypes with that. I hope.
Oh, Jesus, no, please. I hate Scrappy.
Scrappy do.
Just, ugh.
Yeah. Puppy power.
Just put him in a
That had to be Spock.
Yeah, I actually don't mind Scrappy, but anyway. So, that's a quick review of our
You
characters.
take that back right now.
What?
You take that back right now.
Would you rather
You're not
have
allowed
Flim
to, you're not
Flam?
allowed to. You're not allowed to like Scrappy.
Well, I don't like him in the live-action movie. He's not supposed to be a villain.
He is
But
a villain. He killed the show.
Damn. Okay. So,
Can you give us a reminder of the hollows real fast?
So,
and like the cult and what we're supposed to ask the bird
all
or
right,
something like that. I don't know.
no problem. So again, as you guys are getting your rolls, and it is D20 for those of you, because I know I've got at least 2 newbies.
New woobies.
Ha, stab.
12.
So,
Ow!
Anyways,
so quick review of what the hollows are. So you guys are here investigating a disease called Sereno on behalf of Estella. When you guys got to town, you were ambushed, which is where Fortino came from, because he was the only survivor of that particular battle.
Oh, yes, he was.
Fortino!
Yeah,
Have you decided his emotional state yet?
I'll roll for it later.
You're gonna roll for trauma? I see you.
Poor Fortino.
I'm rolling for PTSD, so it's not a good roll.
Yeah, he literally has Stockholm Syndrome. I killed the majority of his friends.
Family, but yes.
Friends,
What was it, family?
countrymen.
Family, tomato.
They're dead, so it doesn't really matter now.
He's our pet now.
Crutches.
Damn! Huh. Anyway, so like I said, you guys talked with Paloma, you found out more information about Sereno, and Paloma has asked you guys to essentially kind of find the source, which you learned that through a mixture of research and checks, you learned that Sereno comes from a particular type of fiend.
Demon bird?
It is a demon owl whose name is very difficult to pronounce. Plaka Ticolo. That is the name of it. But we've all just kind of decided to call it Demon Owl because that's a lot easier to say. So.
Yeah, poodles.
So, you guys learned that it is likely or could be in the Hollow Mine, which is in a town called Hollow, and I'll go over that in a few seconds. But Paloma's offered a reward, you guys accepted it, and you'll be going along with Galinta Stella Fortino to go and investigate in the morning, because everyone has warned y'all, do not go out at night.
Indeed.
Indeed.
As it'd be a Hollow Knight.
Oh, good lord.
And we'd also all be dead, but
Get out, get out, get out.
that too.
So, there's that. And so, where you guys will be heading next after you do your bird talk, Zephyr, with Glint and the local crows and owls, if you can find any, is you guys will be heading toward a town called Hollow. This is the mining town of Pontezula, which once thrived at the southern extent of the mountains known as the Silver Veins. That changed when the silver ore for which the range was named ran dry. Folks started referring to the mine as Hollow for exhausted resources and discovery of monstrous bones in its depths, which inspired talk of the site being cursed.
Wait.
Nowadays, Hollow...
Pause.
Hmm?
Monster bones
Monstrous bones.
and curse.
Yeah, discovery of monstrous bones.
We didn't hear this before, thank you.
Oh, I thought I read it off. My bad. Anyway, so nowadays, Hollow is the only name most people call the settlement and its mine. Both were abandoned years ago, making the mine a perfect place for
swindlers.
cultish meetings.
And that too.
Ooh.
Bitchy. So, a quick round of initiative. Zoe, I think you said you rolled a 2?
I rolled a 2. I'm taking a nap.
I
Wake
rolled
me
a
when the
13.
coffee's up and the eggs are ready.
Okay.
Scrub's got a 20.
Damn.
And Zephyr.
12.
I am so glad I have these counters. My gosh. Gotta love the fact that I play Magic the Gathering. These D20s are so useful. But anyway,
Nerd.
so hey. Hey. you're going to be thankful probably in a little bit.
True.
Just kind of that's pushing me out at the end of July. Need to RP. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. All right. So, who rolled the 20? I think it was Scrubs.
Scrubs did.
Okay.
Scrub.
And shot.
So, so Scrubs wakes up first, followed shortly by Fortino. So
Fortino.
Fortino is currently,
I just like his name.
all things considered, he's actually okay right now.
Wow.
The percentage dice are weird. Okay. Well then,
For now.
like I said, for now.
Okay,
that
so he's
could
still
easily-
traumatized. Understood.
94% okay. Well then.
Jesus.
He's accepted his role.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. My
Man's
friend
just
is
chilling
dead.
and disassociating from life.
Pretty much. That also means that
All
is
that disassociation right there.
that is Fortino's dice. So
I'm gonna say suppressed memories and PTSD right there.
Let's remind him.
oh good lord. So
No,
all right, so Scrubs.
he's more useful to us without remembering.
Okay, so Scrubs,
Damn.
what do you do?
Scrubs is going to go out and get some breakfast, or at least see what. I forgot who was the one who runs the tavern.
Rufina.
What Rufina is doing for food.
Okay. So give me a perception on smell check.
My dice are apparently in love with me today. 27.
What the?
Well then. He can smell the ingredients. All of them.
So okay, so this is gonna be interesting. So what greets your nose in that case?
Grease. The grease fire.
You smell a mixture of cow-fed or grass-fed butter and a strange scent. It's not quite like chicken. It's like a mixture between chicken and venison. And you also smell hints
Happy
of
birthday,
cactus
spider.
fruit. Oh, happy birthday. But you smell
Oh
a
my God.
mixture of cactus fruits as well.
I think it would be just fruits, because I don't think Scrub knows what cactus fruits are. Or at least he would know that smell offhand.
Hold on, give me a second, guys.
Fair enough.
Spider! Happy birthday! Holly balls! Saw you in half and count the rings.
Heck. All right. So that is what currently greets your nose as you get up and start walking toward the tavern or to the main section of the tavern.
Okay, then Scrubs is going to head to up to the bar and see if he can get some breakfast.
Rufina turns around head first in her
Wah!
classical lack of ligaments and muscles. As her hands and arms still move to work
Classical.
whatever food is in front of her, her head is looking straight at you, Scrubs, and she says, "Oh, good morning. How did you sleep?"
Scrubs slept pretty well. Scrubs is used to setting up where he can.
Oh, that's absolutely fabulous. I'm happy to hear it. Would you like something to eat this morning? Maybe a drink?
Yeah, Scrubs will take a set of each of whatever you are making, as he kind of tries to politely look through like the gap between her ribs and her pelvis to see what she's making.
Does she notice?
Okay, he's trying to. He's not making it obvious. He's looking right there. He's like trying to look around her, but
Just kind of incidental. So,
she is a skeleton, to be fair. So
well, she's a skeleton in a pretty yellow dress. But she does notice, and she does step to the side so you can see what she's working on.
Slide to the left.
You see antlers next to whatever she's working on. And she goes, well, I got some fresh paratin that was delivered this morning. Most of it's currently being worked into jerky, so it should be ready for when you guys head out. At least, that's what the person told me when they dropped it off. I thought I'd use a little bit of it to make you guys something to eat.
okay, Scrubs has not had this before, but Scrubs is sure you will. Scrubs is sure it will be tasty. It smells good, regardless.
She claps her hands together in kind of a skeletal smile, at least as best as a skeleton can give. She said, that's absolutely delightful. I'm happy to hear it. And then her head turns right back around. She reaches for a plate, grabs it, puts a little bit of this essentially paratin meat mixture and hands it to you. What you'll see before you is essentially what looks like kind of like a chicken breast or chicken cutlet covered in this pinkish green sauce and with little chunks of fruit floating in said sauce. She also hands you a fork and says, don't worry, it's really tender. You don't have to worry about needing a knife. And then she offers you a glass of water.
Scrubs will take them, thankfully, and starts to try and figure out how to attack this thing, because she's probably used to serving full-size people.
Oh shit, yeah.
Are you saying that is that like a jab at her? Because, you know, full-size people as in like in one piece?
No, full
No, it's the fact that Scrubs is 2 foot tall.
This is true.
So he's kind of fun size. So, let's see. Does she notice you kind of struggling? Nope. She has entirely gone back to working on essentially making more plates full of this food.
To be fair, Scrubs is somewhat used to that, and he'll, like I said, just kind of do what he can to attack what is probably about a portion and a half, if not 2, for him.
It's probably about 2 portions, because this could easily feed a hungry dwarf. Easily.
Who's currently asleep?
Well, you could always try and cut it with both your hands and then use Mage Hand to help.
That's fair. But yeah, she's entirely gone back. So it is at this point, Fortino is looking around. So Scrub's out front. Fortino's kind of looking around and taking stock of his situation. And his currently being totally ridiculously fine has immediately fallen into a holy shit. All that happened to me yesterday. I am not okay, and I recognize that I'm not okay. State of mind.
What's up, Buttercup? Fortino sad.
Fortino panicking. So who rolled the 13 earlier?
Me.
So it is at this point that Novox wakes up, and one of the first things he's probably going to see is the fact that Novox is having a flat-out panic attack right now.
I mean, Fortino's having a panic attack.
Oh, I mean,
Fortino.
Fortino's having a panic attack right now.
Novak just
What?
woke up. That'd be
I
unfortunate.
was gonna say Novak's having a panic.
I'm
Ooh.
sorry. No, Fortino. Fortino is
That'd be
having
so
an
unfortunate to immediately wake up and have a panic attack.
Fortino is currently having a panic attack. He is very much. Fortino is very much not okay. So, Novox, what do you do?
Well, I wake up and he's having a
Ignore him.
panic attack.
Fortino is having a panic attack.
I mean, Novox. The charitable thing to do is try and calm the fucker down.
Yeah.
Would Novak be able to do that?
Nah.
He's kind of scary.
It's possible.
You got this, I believe in you.
Do I have access to calm emotions?
That's a good question.
Excuse me for a second. I need to go find something.
Check your spell list.
Uh-huh. Spells. Come on, show me. Show me, you little bastard.
That looks to be a yes, second level.
Oh damn.
Thank you.
Let me look at this. And following effects. The target to be charmed. Oh.
No.
I think that's a no.
If he manages to succeed a throw, it probably will be a no. That's if he succeeds his throw.
Yeah, I'm not going for that.
Okay.
Essentially, he's trying to calm him down.
Yeah. So, Fortino is just kind of, he's not issuing any actual words. It is literally just tears, mumbling, wide-eyed terror as everything just kind of hits him all at once. And he realizes what happened yesterday is very much not a nightmare. It's real.
He'd be alright.
Can I try and like wipe away his tears with like a tissue?
You can try.
Patronize him.
I'm not you. You're asleep. Shush.
You do you. I'm not gonna say words. I won't say words that are either a
Oh.
very terrible idea or a good idea. You make your own decision.
Do you want me to
Don't be a
RP
good
this out?
man.
You can if you want to.
Alright, so should
Good
you go
idea.
first?
Pretty much Fortino is just, that is currently in his state. So describe how you walk up to him to try and calm him down, essentially.
Well, one thing that I would be doing is, you know how you, kind of like use your hands to lower the volume?
Yeah.
You know, it's sort of like, there.
Okay.
You know, like, try not to be as hostile looking.
Yeah. I see, I know
Though,
what
then
you mean.
again, I will put on my fucking robes because he's talking to a fucking burn victim.
I mean, yeah, that probably would not. Making
I'm
yourself
just
as least
curious.
threatening
Where's
as
the
possible.
bear? Where's the bear in proximity to him? Because that probably is not going to help with the trauma.
That's actually a good point. Fidret would probably. Where would Fidret have the bear before going to sleep?
I probably would have left it outside, probably, because as big as it is, it probably doesn't need to be inside.
Okay.
Sorry
I just
about
want to
that,
make sure.
chat.
I just want to make sure it's not like sitting in front of a window and he's staring out at it.
That's fine. So
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
they're
chat.
probably outside.
I actually showed a conversation with me and one of my mods.
Oops.
They moved the mailboxes, and unfortunately, it is very unsafe.
Ooh my.
It goes down a woodland path. near a junior high school, which I'm afraid that old people who are checking their mail might get jumped.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That's concerning. That's very
Very.
concerning.
And especially in winter.
Goodness.
Anyways, continue.
Alright. So the bear's outside in that case. I'm gonna move this counter, might need it later. So he, in that case, Fortino will look over to you because he'll finally notice that you're, getting up and out and about. And he just continues to mumble and cries like, they're gone, they're gone, they're gone. And that's what he keeps saying over and over and over again.
Alright, so... Oh, did I hear a squeak?
Possibly.
Was it from you?
No. Totally not. I'm not riding on my dry erase board and it's squeaky. You didn't
Oh.
hear shit.
Oh, okay, yeah. That sounds like Uno whenever, like, Puff goes against her, or, like, Ross, like, scares her from behind.
No, you dare.
Anyways, who's
Oh my
gone?
gosh.
You need to calm down.
Fortino looks at Nobox and goes, why? They're all gone. My family. They're all gone. They're gone.
Whoopsie daisy.
I'm the only one left.
You're just like me.
You?
Whoopsie doodle.
You saw my scars earlier, correct?
That wasn't part of the nightmare. That was real. Then he puts his hands on his forehead. Fingers arched as he starts looking at the ground.
Don't be afraid. I understand fully. The thing is, we only did that out of self-defense. And in regards to us being in the same position, it happened about 38 years ago. I lost quite a few people. I actually saw what they did to each of the bodies when I got to the town square.
And he just kind of stares. He goes, you've lost people. And it's a very much a voice of he kind of can't believe it. Or at least it's hard for him to believe.
The youngest was a 6-year-old. A goblin named Skreeg. Then there was a lovely little water genasi named Vivian. Andre, Alyssal, Malik, Ares, Bryce. So many. So I understand. But know this. We didn't do it out of malice. The ones who did this to me was out of malice. And if it makes you feel better, I made sure to stay behind and give them their burial rites.
That
Because
seems... So as you're talking, that seems to start settling him down. Continue.
because even if they were in malice intent for us, they were still lives. And whether they go to the next life or are somewhere in this mortal coil, they should be honored as life, even after death.
He kind of stares. It's clear he's kind of slowly processing what's been said. And he looks you directly in the eyes, at least as much as he can. And his emotions flicker between anguish, confusion, sorrow, and sympathy. And it constantly flashes between those. Eventually, he's able to say, "How did you move on without them?"
Well, I eventually had some help. I don't know if it was a mercy or what, but in my hour of need, before I even thought of becoming a full-fledged cleric, I was actually of that age to discuss with the elders, who should I worship? Who should I take up residence in the religion? Actually, when I was... And then he kind of chokes up a bit. When the oil splashed onto me and the match was set, and as I was writhing on the ground, it was a blast to the senses. Everything. Eventually, it stopped smoldering, and I guess my god chose me. I don't know why, but that's why I cling to this lantern, because it's a grim reminder of I need to continue for their sakes.
Looking at Fortino's face, you can see that it's sinking in, like the story. And he asks, they did this to you, but you didn't do anything wrong.
No. We were out in the outskirts. We were a tiny chapel. And there was many lovely books. That's how I knew about the Serrano and the Cause. One of the books that survived mentioned it.
And he kind of slowly nods his head. To him, it makes sense. That doesn't seem out of place at all. At least with what he knows about clerics. It makes sense that they would have that kind of information. And then slowly, Fortino, he raises an arm and uses his sleeve to wipe his eyes. About halfway through this conversation, Zephyr and Glint wake up, and they've been listening in for a bit. So, Zephyr, do you say anything? Because Glint is just laying there watching as this plays out. And Fortino now is at kind of a loss for words.
On another note, Timmy has grilled burger and now has strawberry shortcake. I will mug thee.
Bastard.
Spock says Ross
Zephyr's
could be
not
targeting... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No,
Whitney.
it's okay. You go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Spock says Ross could be targeting toe beans, aka Uno's.
Yeah, leave my domains out of this. But anyway, Zephyr, you were saying?
Pretty much Zephyr's just gonna listen in and not really gonna move until said story is over.
Okay.
Then he'll pretend that he just woke up and that he totally wasn't listening to the conversation at all.
Heck. So, Fortino stares for a bit, taking all of this stuff in. And he kind of just shakes his head and goes, "How old are you?" He asks.
I'm 50. That's not too old for what I am. But then again, one of the oldest that passed away, Videl, was 377 years old. She was one of our warlocks.
His brows kind of raise at that, and it's like, "Warlock? For what?"
Well, we had warlocks that went with patrons. Patrons. We had paladins, just like clerics. And then we had 4 undecided who weren't of age.
He kind of looks at you once again in confusion and goes, "Wait, what are you then?" Because he picked up on one of your words, and he's slowly coming out of that spiral, but it looks like at any moment he could probably go back at it. Nice, you're cruel.
I'm something called an Asmir.
Mm.
They seem to be rather rare, but essentially what they are is angel touched. As a better way of saying it.
Once again, he just kind of stares, and he starts thinking, "Angel."
The thing is, the reason why I was at that chapel is I was thrown away as an infant. It's because of genetics.
And once again, he's just kind of staring. He's like, "Who in their right mind would throw away one touched by an angel?"
One that's been touched by a fallen. Unfortunately, my siblings were touched by the other types of angels, but essentially it's just a genetic bloodline that it's a roll of the dice. Sometimes it can be compared to having 2 different colored eyes. Maybe,
He's starting to get a little bit of confused, but he kind of bobs his head and goes, "This is insane. You are nothing like what I thought you were."
well, think of it like this. If your mother had blonde hair, and you have... What is his hair color?
I don't think I ever freaking decided that.
Whoops.
Black. Brown? Dark brown.
Probably dark brown.
Okay, dark brown. Well, the dark brown may have been from your great-grandmother.
He kind of bobs his head, but he once again seems very confused, and then he says, "That's not what I meant.
Oh.
You're nothing like what I thought you were."
Could you please elaborate?
"You look so terrifying, yet you're kind. You're not some hardened outlaw like Paloma," or he pauses, and he too gets a bit choked up as he thinks back to his little found family. He's like the others. You're nothing like that. You're kind. You're good. And yet you're like this. This doesn't make sense. And again, he reiterates that you're not what he was expecting.
You see, the living races of the world are just like coins. There's there's two sides, and depending what is shown and what's being hidden, because you never know what someone has gone through. Like Paloma, we don't know what she's gone through, what horrors she's seen. Or Rafina, why did she become like this?
Why is she in Olvidado? Yeah?
Is she loved? Is she remembered? And then you have various other people like my friends. I mean, I worry about Zephyr because it seems like he, yeah.
It's okay.
He has a lot on his mind, even though he's cheerful. And Fidret seems very, very cold at heart, but I don't know. There seems to be something else. Like just trying to survive.
Lies.
Pardon me, I'm getting teary-eyed over here.
Whoops.
Oh, that's a good thing. It's a good thing.
I'm getting roboted. I want to hear all the lore.
Oh, goodness. And apparently it's 76 degrees where I'm currently at. Huh. Like in the literal spot where I am at. I love little sciencey doohickeys. Anyway. But Fortino, he looks to those that are in the party, at least that are still in the room. That said, it is at this point that, let's see, Glint's awake, Wither's awake. Estella and Fidret are now awake at this point.
Coffee.
And
Coffee.
And by the way, the door is open.
Uh-oh. Quick, zip it back up.
Coffee. Coffee. So it's all you're hearing is him grumble coffee as he's coming out of the room.
No, Fidret, that's the toilet.
So, Fidret, give me a perception check. That's a D20.
Walks out of there. Better coffee.
Even though I'm half dead asleep, apparently I roll a fucking 20.
You really want that fucking coffee?
I want that fucking coffee.
Nope.
My head, I don't even turn my head. My body just turns towards direction of the kitchen. You just see me lumbering towards the coffee.
Oh my gosh. Oh my word. So, what I described earlier to Scrubs is what you smell now.
Don't smell coffee.
It is not coffee, but it's meat. It's food.
Not coffee. You see me walk behind the counter, completely ignoring Miss Skellington, finding pot, slam on sink, fill with water, put on stove, use a little bit of magic to light the bitch on fire, making coffee. And then all you hear is coffee. It's almost like he's in a trance, but he's like fully functional.
Jesus Christ.
Rafina just kind of stares. Goes, well, I guess I should have made coffee this morning.
I just turn my head to her. Coffee. You're noticing a rhythm here.
She gets down a big old mug for Fidret. Goes, This one works well.
Takes cup in both hands, and little smirk can be seen on it. Coffee. Puts it down. Somehow, without even asking, is able to reach into whatever counter it is and pulls out the bag of coffee beans. It just turns like an automatic robot to a grinder and just starts working on it.
Wait, those aren't coffee beans. Those are cocoa beans.
Gosh. Interesting. Well, hot chocolate instead of coffee. My goodness.
Coffee chocolate.
I mean, that actually sounds really good.
Not as good as you think it is.
Chaffee?
I've tried combining the two. It doesn't work as well as you think.
Yeah.
Depends if you're going with like a caramel coffee and you gotta do it right.
Yeah.
No, regular coffee.
I don't like coffee, so I don't know what I'm
but-
talking about, but also.
I don't like it, but I know how to make it properly, like in a cafe.
There.
I see.
So I've been making French press coffee over the past couple days. It's absolutely delicious. It really is really smooth. But yeah. So Rufina continues to just try and help Fidrit out. Fortino, having seen Fidrit just move on autopilot, Fortino just kind of tenses up a little bit. And does he relax? He starts getting weepy again. He goes, I am so sorry that we ambushed y'all. I lost everything because we made the wrong call.
It's understandable.
You
Sometimes.
see Fidget over there.
Whoops.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, sometimes we think we're in the right until it's too late.
Wait, how do you don't know that one? So, Fortino just kind of nods and goes, yeah, I guess so. And he looks around, and then does he notice?
Uh-oh. What happened?
Please share that with the rest of the class
good?
there with her. That's so fucking cute.
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no.
What happened?
Oh heavens to Betsy. What's going on?
I'm putting this in memes because that just belongs there. This thing is so damn cute.
Uh-oh.
This deserves to be seen by everyone.
Wow. Coffee.
Oh my gosh, I love this. I love this so
Coffee.
much. That's so cute.
I don't entirely know what Fidra's character looks like, but basically coffee.
Coffee.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
You know what he should do?
Yeah.
No,
Two
this
Fs.
stays. This stays.
While
Coffee.
those two have been talking, without noticing, Fidget not only made himself a cup, but he also grabbed other mugs and made other cups. And he walks over to a table and puts coffee in front of everyone. And then we get to our pet.
Uh-oh. He's
Puts a cup
mugging.
of coffee in front of
Tell
him.
you what.
He's about to mug
Sits
you.
down, sips his coffee. No, I put a cup of coffee in front of him. And then I sit down, I take a sip of mine, and I go, you were stupid. You lived. Learn from it. And then I go back to sipping my coffee.
By the way, I'm pretty sure everyone's still back in the room and you're out in the bar area.
That is correct.
But
Yeah,
if you want to
came
go
back.
back there to the beds and give them coffee, then you're still
No.
accurate.
The
No,
dwarf
I give
came
coffee
back.
to the people because I want to give the slice laughing to.
In the tavern. Like any of the early birds in the tavern, I'm guessing.
I'm confused. I thought I was right there with them when I was making coffee when they saw
No.
me move.
Nah. Like, because
You're right beside, what's her name? Rafina, and Scrubs
Rufina.
is like at
Yeah.
the table nibbling.
yeah. So here looking like back at the bed outline, you went from your bed out of the room to the main section of the tavern. Did your thing. I'm guessing you came back with coffee for everyone and just kind of set everyone down. Scrubs is still out in the tavern, which, by the way, after seeing Fidret, Scrubs, do you do anything, or are you still messing with that chunk of periton and cactus fruit?
I would have left Scrubs coffee, by the way. I would have had a little cup. I would have found a little cup for him, and I would have put that there as I passed by, in auto mode.
Scrubs would have acknowledged that he was there, but would have probably just kept working on the food.
Num 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 num. So yeah, so that solves that. It just everyone now in here now has coffee.
Coffee.
So Fidret has sat down and has said his piece of, "You were a dumbass. Learn from it."
Okay. You're an idiot. You lived. Drink your coffee. Learn from it.
Or Tino just kind of stares, and now that he has a mug of coffee, he takes a sip from it and goes, "This is actually good."
Fidget actually gives a little bit of a grin. Never become between a dwarf and his coffee or alcohol.
He just kind of stares at the coffee and goes, "All right." He looks up
Speaking
at
of
Nova.
alcohol, speaking of alcohol, he pulls out a little flask and adds a little to the cup of coffee. Want some?
Oh, God, like Bailey's creamer. Oh my gosh. He shakes his head, looks up to Novos and says,
turned on.
"Move." Fortino shakes his head at the offer of liquor in his coffee, looks at Novox and says, "I want to help." And he says it with a conviction. Maybe by helping you guys, I'll turn things around.
So you miss your family, correct?
Yes, he answers without hesitation.
Did you know that there's a tradition in this place?
Yeah, I know of the tradition, Night of the Remembered. I think it's the Night of the Remembered. Give me a couple seconds. That is not the right page. Where are you?
Well, now I can hear what you're saying.
Okay, so
It's
Night
too
of...
bad that I missed all of it.
Oh, that sucks. So it is
Oops.
the Night of the Remembered.
Yeah.
So that sucks. I will post a or I can post the VOD to... I can attempt to post it to the Discord, but I don't know if it'll work.
Also, I've got a VOD.
Oh, sweet. You can watch Corky's VOD then.
Remember, it only has
yeah,
maybe
clip
a
that shit.
week. It only has a week before it expires, I believe.
Ooh, that's short.
Or is it 14 days?
Come on,
I can't
chat,
remember.
Clip it. Go,
14.
go.
Usually 14 to 30 days, I think, depending.
I think the 30 days is if you're partnered.
Ah, okay. But anyway, but there is that VOD. And I do have recordings of all of the sessions.
Are you saying that eventually we'll be turned into an animatic?
I hope so.
I mean,
A
I
what?
could.
An animatic. You know, like
Animation
like roll-
meme?
Yeah, like roll for initiative or crit roll or
I tell you what, I've made an attempt, but I failed
Hey, an attempt was made.
because
I'll-
I'm tired.
Felt that.
The storyboard didn't even get done. I'm like, I can't remember what happened.
Heck. So yeah, I might make like a Dropbox or something, or I can upload everything to YouTube, whichever you guys...
You could upload it to Google Drive and just give a link. I think that might work. I don't know.
I don't have enough room in my Google Drive.
Create a new email purely for D&D. That's what I do. I have about 5 different emails. You never have to pay for storage if you just have new emails. They can't do anything about it.
Honestly,
As the
feel safe.
FBI agent is listening in.
Freddy's
suddenly-
just a stooge.
Hey, I use all of those emails.
Evan suddenly Zograd's raid alert. FBI, open up!
Oh god. Oh goodness. Yeah, but Fortino has decided instead of having to be forced, he will decide to be like, okay, I want to help.
Say force, but persuaded aggressively.
Kidnapped.
See,
Heavily
Zograd, you
implied.
can catch flies with honey. You don't have to smoke them out.
Oh goodness.
But see, I got the best of both worlds because bears like honey. I've got a bear. It's got a furnace. See, honey and smoke. Ta-da!
Oh
Jesus
my god.
Christ.
Wonder what smoke. I think smoked honey would be interesting. But anyway.
It's actually very delicious.
Oh,
Oh my god.
It is
What do you
out there, and it's delicious.
what do you know?
Do they like blowtorch it like, creme brulee or
I
For
they
liquid
stuck the
smoke.
honey in a.
I want to be able to
Smoker.
make a Croquembouche.
ooh,
You know what?
croquembouche?
Mm.
It's basically
A tower?
yes, a tower
Tower
of pastry.
That
They're
sounds
like round balls.
Yeah, tower of cream
Puffs?
puffs.
Puff pastry?
Yes.
I want.
Yeah, there we go. Cream puffs.
I
Isn't
want.
it like
And then
butter
you-
pastry
Maybe.
and the cream puff, like in the middle?
Yeah,
Maybe.
could be vanilla cream. It could be anything, and you could put caramel cream puffs, whatever you want, really. And then they stack it together in a tower, and then twirl the sugar into like a little net thing. It's great.
I could go for some beignets, but I gotta wait for tomorrow. I'm off
Okay,
keto tomorrow.
I'm sorry, but whenever I
Oh.
hear beignets, I think of Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, that's where a
Hey,
lot of people
I
learn.
have the recipe for Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, I think
I've made them once or twice. They're delicious.
I was about to
God,
say
I
you
love
Wanna
made.
Charlotte.
come over to the house? I will feed you.
She's amazing. Oh, that would be so much fun. But anyway, so with that said, everyone
make so much
is
sweets.
everyone in the room at this point is now awake. Estella's just kind of trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And
Even the dwarves.
even the dwarves, Paloma, Estella, Glint, everyone in here is now officially awake.
Nice.
So, those of you who are awake, we got Scrub still working on his food. Federate is got coffee. Everyone else now has coffee.
Coffee.
What do y'all do?
I know better than the touch the coffee.
Oh gosh!
Not today.
Not trusting the coffee? Come on.
Are you sure you want Pep and Step to have a little charge to their step here?
Step and step.
With that thought, let me go
Not
make an
want to go into
espresso
the
real
sun.
quick.
I've had
tempted.
enough with not ever being able to sleep. The crash ain't worth it.
Cracks
Yeah,
open,
yeah.
Red Bull starts pouring it into their coffee.
Yeah, they take a sip. They take a sip and they immediately start vibrating.
I know how that feels.
Like Futurama.
That one
You get
comedian
that
that
under
had
cup.
30 shots of espresso and a Cuban coffee.
Gabriel Iglesias,
Yeah.
oh gosh. Oh gosh.
I don't think it was that one.
No, it was him
that.
because he asked for a large and they brought him out a bowl of coffee.
Okay, I thought it was the cake shake that you were talking about.
God, no.
I remember that joke. Anyway, so what do you guys do now? Everyone's awake. I will say Glint, Estella, Paloma, Nun, and Ya, because we never really got them official names. All of them
None
are
your
kind
None of your
of
business.
exactly. All of them are getting up and they're all kind of heading out the door. So if there's any of them you want to try and grab, with the exception of Glint, Glint's just kind of looking over.
About to say,
his mask,
Was-
his fixed mask. No, it wasn't his mask that you guys fixed. It was the prosthetic beak that he had.
Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
And he's got his new prosthetic beak on, and he's kind of looking over his
Well,
mask.
no, it's not new. Remember, it's just repaired.
Well,
It's
repaired.
still not in best shape. I promised a new one later on.
fair point. But in much better shape now that you've gotten a hold of it. Prosthetic. And then he's just looking over his mask as he sits on the bed. There's a few feathers here and there. So, what do you guys do?
I drink coffee.
I just realized something. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm not sharing it with the class now, but I've just
Yeah.
realized something.
Oh. I'm quite curious.
Cool. Be
Dadgummit.
curious.
Alright, so
Is it possible to get some tea?
maybe.
No,
Oh.
coffee.
So Estella, Nunya, and Paloma walk out the door and they head into the tavern. Paloma walks up to Scrubs. Is Scrubs still trying to eat that chicken cutlet or Periton cutlet?
I
You can
think
hear
he's
growling.
I think he's probably gotten through about a third of it, but it's probably slowing down
More
and
than
like
he can handle.
starting to get finished with it.
Oh, that's precious. Oh, that's so precious. So, Paloma will kind of pull up a seat beside Scrubs and go, "Enjoying your food, pup?"
Oh.
Well, we know what she's into now.
That was the Scrubs.
I don't hear anything from the DM. Either she's dying or she didn't hear it.
She heard it, but she's just. But
Did we lose the DM?
You good?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yep,
Oh,
Sure.
just as I thought.
was it my fault? Or is it Corgi's fault?
Uh-oh.
That freaking
Good
goat.
to know.
Anyway, what does Scrubs say?
Scrubs is doing his best, but Scrubs likes the food they have here.
She smiles and goes, "Rufina doesn't always think ahead when serving guests. It is at this point that Rufina, once again, turning around with her head first, goes, "Oh, I didn't even think about that. I'm so sorry."
She's not.
It's okay, Scrubs is. This happens a lot to Scrubs.
"Oh, well, I'm so sorry about that. If you want, I might be able to figure out how you could take it with you if you can't finish it."
Fantasy doggy bag.
Well, in that case, yes, Scrubs will take the rest of this to go.
"All right, I'll do my best." And then she goes back to what she's working on. Is her arms are pretty much on autopilot as her head spins around as she's looking for something. Paloma just kind of chuckles and goes, "I hope you all are able to stay safe on your journey over there." And says that to Scrubs.
Rub-a-dub scrub.
We'll do our best, but
Hi, DJC.
we'll do our best, but
D&D.
we've been holding our own so far.
She nods and says, "You have quite an interesting group of friends. I hope you have many adventures to come."
In a body bag.
Well, thanks for the red flag there. I ain't a death flag if I haven't heard one before.
Dang, wants us to get into so many problems.
Damn, DM, just have the Grim Reaper talk to us instead. It'll be less subtle.
Red flag, get your red flags here.
Thank you for
Did I just
the
make a robot and
Get your
speak at the same
flags here.
time?
Yes.
I'm good. I like it.
Oh my
I think
goodness.
she's dead again.
Yep.
Only slightly.
Really bought one of them flags. Like, oh, Star Wars, let's go.
Oh my gosh. So she just kind of she raises her hand and Rufina catches it, immediately puts down a plate of this paratin and cactus fruit stuff in front of her and just hands her a fork. She then puts down what almost looks like a piece of fabric, but it has a very weird texture. But puts that piece of fabric, and it looks like it'll be just big enough for Scrubs' leftovers. It puts it in front of Scrubs. Goes, oh, this should be able to hold it, hopefully.
Scrubs is going to look at the bit of fabric, picks up the plate, flips it over onto the napkin.
Gosh. Rafina just kind of looks and goes, well, that works. And it looks like the fabric, which is essentially kind of like magical plastic wrap. Ish. Like, well, that should work.
Good luck.
Essentially, as the food gets on there, it just kind of the plate, for some reason, for unknown reasons, the plate flips off as the food hits this fabric, and then the fabric curls up almost in like a little parcel.
Great, the fabric's eating it.
And
My bento box was a mimic!
The bento box of devouring.
oh my gosh.
Seems about right.
But
Why is the mimic a Ziploc bag? I don't get it.
don't you know the
He's
best
speaking.
disguise is one you can see through? Oh, geez. But essentially, it just kind of wraps up and looks like a little bag. Kind of like, I would say kind of like this, but only Ross can actually see this. Yeah, it looks like a little pouch, little parcel.
Fair enough. So Scrubs is going to take that and go and take down his cot and kind of get stuff packed up for the day.
We do know how to get to the hollows, right? Because of Estella and Glenn. They know how to get there.
Yeah. And you guys, you have your supplies. The supplies were delivered that morning. You've got rations, water, your horses are all ready. And because there are 7 of you, originally it's like, oh, you may have had to have worried, but no, there are 7 horses left over from the ambush, so you guys all have a mount. You don't have to share if you don't want to. And it's just the
It's
bear.
on you. I got a bear.
I'd say the bear may need to be the one carrying the supplies.
It turns out the bear gets his own mount.
Of course.
Oh god, is this like a centaur trying to ride a horse?
Well, I was thinking, like, like an overweight clown trying to ride a unicycle, like those little ones.
Oh gosh.
No, I ride the horse, and the horse rides the bear.
Well then.
A mount within a mount.
Or you ride the
Why?
bear and the bear rides the horse.
Why did you put that in a tab?
Why not? It's adorable. I like it. He's cute.
You replaced the map.
We don't need the bed
Just noticed
layout
that.
that much.
I mean, a majority are still in there.
Fair. So now that I think that means the whole party's kind of together now, with the exception of Estella. Estella's out in the tavern getting food. So Glint kind of looks up at the group now as he gets up and he starts packing things as well and goes,
Excuse me.
in whose voice is he gonna use?
You just have a list and do a dice roll.
He's got one of those spinning wheels with just names on it.
Yes. Perfect.
He speaks in a language none of you know, but doesn't realize none of you know it.
Out of character, what's the language?
Yeah, what is the language?
It's a language none of you know.
You're not
What
helpful.
language?
Give me a couple seconds. I gotta pull up his
Somebody's making
characters.
this up on the fly.
Well,
Everyone,
he knows.
pull up what languages you know. We'll trap her.
Good luck on that one. Oh wait,
Yeah,
no,
I'll
that's
fail,
nobody.
but I'll try.
That's nobody's. Where is Glint? Because I have his languages written down. I don't think any of you know Orin.
Oh, no, not me.
Auran.
It's the Wind Ganassi elemental. Yeah,
It's
wind elemental.
Wind elemental.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well, I just give a confused look to the bird guy.
He looks up as he finishes talking, and then, seeing that everyone is really confused, goes, in nobody's voice, he goes, did I say something wrong?
Who's gonna tell him?
We don't know.
Time up first.
Scrubs is not sure what you said.
Is Scrubs in the back room now, or still
Yeah.
at the bar?
Yes, Scrubs is packing up his stuff.
I got it.
You may have missed that.
I gotta pay attention more.
You're thinking of
I thought I
Furies.
I was doing good. I am trying to figure out questions for my bird talk. But, so you're not wrong. Got a
Mhm.
notebook out and everything.
Now, my only question is, should we stock up on seeds to bribe the birds?
Maybe.
Up to y'all.
I don't know if I need to bribe the birds. Good possibility I do, though.
I'm gonna have a look here. But okay. So he tilts his head. He hasn't put his normal mask back on.
Meh.
He hasn't put his normal mask back on. Let me see if I can find his picture again. Give me a couple
Isn't it
seconds.
in, like, player information?
There's that. But there we go. Just this right here is now, this is a prosthetic.
Yeah.
I could have sworn, I guess I didn't move it to over there. Huh.
I mean, one thing that we could ever do is go to I don't know, Photoshop or GIMP or Paint 3D and remove the beak.
I mean,
It's sort of
yeah,
like, this is what he looks like.
This is definitely one of those cases of, I know I'm an artist, I just do not have the time to pull that off. No pun intended.
It's not what happens.
But yeah, so essentially he's in this getup, but that gummit, but that face.
But he is actually bread.
He's actually bread.
Gosh.
Do you have that picture posted anywhere?
This one, that's actually a good question. Let me look at, because that technically in PCs. Or maybe not. Wait. That would be no.
Player information. You've been putting the majority of stuff in.
Yeah, I do not actually have that there, so I'm going to fix that.
Come on, let me try again.
There we go.
Let me try again. I don't want to kill her.
So he
Oh thank God.
it's still in nobody's voice. Clint goes, "Are we all ready to go?"
Bird talk.
Glint bobs his head and goes, "Yes, we do need to go to the other side of town." And he explains that you guys essentially need to go to the other side of town in order to talk with what he calls scouts.
Let's go.
Who all is coming? He asks. Is it just Zephyr? And he switches when he says Zephyr's name. He... Actually, wait a minute. Who all has said Zephyr's name around Glint?
Me.
Probably me.
I think I have.
Okay. So I now have
I get
choice.
into a lot of trouble.
Says it in Novox's voice.
That's not creepy.
Not creepy at all.
It switches from Nobody's to Novox's voice as he speaks.
What does he say?
He's essentially, when he says the name Zephyr.
I'm gonna need you to give me context. My brain is a puddle.
Oh my gosh, you blanked again. So essentially, he was
Very
asking
much
if
so.
he was asking if anyone else wanted to go with him, other than Zephyr, because he remembered you wanted to go with.
Oh, I can talk to the birds.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Me, I'm just sipping on my coffee. I'll stay here. I need to set up all the supplies.
Oh, precious kitty cat. Sorry, Emerita getting scritchies. But okay, so Novox and
Yes.
Scrubs. What do you guys say?
Scrubs will stay here and help get the caravan going. Or ready.
Novox
Yes,
is actually going to go and tend the possibly dying.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Zephyr's gonna just chime up and ask the peeps, since they're not gonna come. Do you guys have any specific questions that you would want answered by the birds? Any information you'd want on the hollows before we get there?
Have they eaten any of the corpses in that area?
That's an interesting question.
I'll proceed that with are there corpses, and then how many have you eaten?
Well, here's the thing, though. Like,
How did they taste?
out of character. You know how, what was it called? Like, if you eat something and then there's, like, a demonic parasite?
Oh, okay, I think I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Kind of like with cats.
Meow? Cats.
Cats have a certain type of parasite that there's the theory that it's infected humans, and that's the reason why some humans just absolutely go gaga over cats and others don't.
I
Ancient
knew
Egypt.
it.
Cats are gods.
Of course.
You sound like a bird then. That's adorable. Anyway,
They're a goddamn pain in the ass.
I enjoy my cats. They're adorable.
It's okay. They'll eat you when you
I
die.
like mine too. I still hate them, but I love them.
Another question would be, what is their affiliation with the owl?
Oh, the
The
owl
demon
demon.
owls.
Okay.
Ask the birds if they're spies for the owls. Got it.
Hey, how you ask is completely up to you.
Just know that we want to know whose side they're on.
That's why I was saying
That would
bribe
be
them with
really
seeds.
smart.
Oh gosh.
Loosen their beak lips.
Oh gosh. Bad chicken teeth.
Okay.
All right. Any other
I'm gonna guess
questions?
The rest of the crowd has no other questions.
Okay, I'll give you guys a few minutes to think of some questions.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
here's a
I've
good
got a
one.
lot. Mhm.
I'll limit
Another
you guys to 10 total.
Okay.
You can limit them to as many as you want.
Damn.
I have been writing questions the entire time I was supposed to be paying attention.
Oh my god!
I got questions for Glint, I got questions for the bird. The
Okay.
birds.
All right.
Well,
Because they have the words.
Another question
Okay.
is,
Mhm.
like, do they actually sleep, or are they active in cave systems as well? And they're just waiting for the
birds or
nightfall.
The owls.
The owls.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask if they do they have any information about the owls before then asking further information. Because if they're just like, nope, then there's not really any point in continuing that line of questioning.
This is very true.
And I feel like we should more be focused on the hollows. Like, that's a good question. How are the owls associated with the hollows?
There you go. Right. Any other questions? You guys chat it up. Talk to one
We
another.
make jerky into them.
Oh my gosh.
Make them into
After the
croquettes.
wing,
The other two,
I don't think
give
I'm
me at
allowed to
least
talk to
one
flying
question.
animals.
Gosh.
Which came first, you or the egg?
Oh my good lord.
I'll ask that as the last question to break them so they can never talk again.
Have you murdered anyone? Was it probable cause?
Good lord.
Was it self-defense?
How many orphans did you traumatize?
Yeah, just no other questions. Was it self-defense?
Oh jeez.
No Edgar.
Oh my word.
Did they traumatize a man named Edgar?
Can you hear their heartbeat?
Yeah.
All of that.
The raven quoteth nevermore.
Ask them how they like their chicken done.
Oh my gosh. Not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
Heck. Alright.
What's your favorite snack food? Do you
Do
like
it.
Applebee's?
Oh my word. Just bees.
Ask if they want some coffee.
Bees? Bring out the bees. Oh no.
We do not pollinate birds.
Alright. Any other
Okay.
but legit, any
Really
other
not, but I do.
serious questions about the owls, the hollows. Any questions you want to like strategically give me to ask Glint?
Has the owls ever attacked the birds?
That's actually a genuinely good question.
You know, like territorial, or are they like, thinking of them as lesser? Maybe they think of them as like, bugs compared to themselves.
That would be an interest. Oh my gosh.
Hmm?
What?
I sent her a bad joke.
You dork. Alright, but with that said, any other questions in relation to what y'all are about to get into?
Oops.
I'm good.
Alright.
What about questions for Glint?
I think I'm good.
I plan
No,
on
you
using
can't
this
ask
morning.
Glenn for nobody's number.
So,
What did you do?
so with that, Glint heads out of the room and he puts his mask back on, so this is what he looks like again.
So yeah, I got the choice to eat, to drink from one
Oh,
of my
good grief.
companions, or to go.
I hear your roommate.
Yep.
I was like, I want to do it. I'm gonna do it. So I drank from Shadowheart.
What the frick?
But I didn't wake her up. So in the morning when they all woke up, she's like, damn, I feel tired than I did before I slept.
Give it a couple seconds.
Uh-huh.
Okie dokie.
Let's try that again. Yeah, Wither.
Sorry, she was
Whether
playing
your
Baldur's
roommate-
Gate and she's playing as a Saurian. She
Oh.
drank someone's blood in the middle of the night without their consent.
Wait, what?
The fuck? Anyway, so.
You know how it be. Vampire tendencies.
Oh my gosh. So, that all said,
Yep.
moving on.
Yeah.
So, with that, Glint puts on his mask. This is what he looks like once again, and he just heads straight out. He walks.
Oh, follow behind.
He bypasses everyone. Like, he doesn't look at anyone. He looks like he is determined to get to where he's going.
Woot.
And his rapier, which is what that weapon is currently on his hip as he heads for the far side of town. And this particular part is the opposite of where you guys came in at. Let me see if I can. I'm going to be. Yeah, I'm just going to be mad at myself. That freaking gummit. All right.
Jeffers just trying to follow him and put on his cloak because he just keeps up.
Yeah. Here we go.
Meh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
You can
No.
erase the one passed out and dead.
Wait, what?
Listen to Martino.
This is what's saved. So this is where he's going. So
Yeah.
Where'd you come from? Where'd you go?
Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Where's
Anyway.
it from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Heck. But do you try and talk with him as he heads this way? You guys are currently like right here. So this is where the tavern is, and this is where you're going.
I'm pretty sure he's just gonna like book it, no words.
That is the current state of things.
Because didn't he need to talk to the birds a little early before they leave?
Pretty much.
I feel like we would just book it to the birds. Not a great time to ask.
It's like,
Deep-hearted
we're about to
questions.
migrate.
Okay. So yeah, he just flat out books it to the other side as the sun starts coming up over the horizon. And in this area there are
Uh-oh.
How many birds?
9 crows.
9 birds.
It's an attempted murder.
Crows.
And 19 bluebirds.
Jesus.
And they are just pecking at seeds, but the ones that look the most intelligent are the crows.
They're peckers.
Hey,
They heard a non-bird was coming to their bird meeting, so everyone wanted to attend.
Oh my god.
it's
First
time for
order of
Zephyr to turn
business.
into a Disney princess.
I mean,
All the birds turn to stare at Zephyr.
oh boy.
That wouldn't be creepy, not at all.
But it definitely, as you arrive, it definitely looks like these seeds were put out probably sometime last night.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
They've been bought out.
Heck.
It's a premeditated murder.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only attempted murder because there's only 9.
Well, you just need, what, 2 or more crows
3 more.
to have a murder?
That's right, 3 more for a murder.
3 or more, there's a total of 9.
Trivia murder
or
party?
just one dead
Oh my
body.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
What's wrong?
Oh my god.
What's wrong?
Okay, so
Are you okay?
it is at I'll be fine. So it is at this point that Gallant starts speaking, and his words currently are in Orin. And
Aw, shucks.
Oh, I had this whole image of him just going keep, 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 for a while. Damn, you ruined my stop process.
You ruined my immersion.
don't worry, the crows and the occasional bluebird respond back with caws and chip 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 chip.
You're right. My immersion has been saved.
Bluebirds are the ones that do the
Well.
most cheeping.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that who we got there for my lovely. You know what? I'll wait. I'll wait until he's done asking questions to the bird, and then I'll ask him what questions he asked the bird,
Oh my. Shit.
and then I'll wrap my questions around that.
Okay. As the
So-
conversation, okay, in that case, as the conversation goes, you notice his body language is not quite finicky, but it's very twitchy. It is very unhappy. There's
Batman, really? Thank you, Spock. Jesus.
so for whatever the crows and the bluebirds are telling him, he is not happy about. And
I didn't do it.
you genuinely hear him snort after he uses a phrase, and the crows respond with very aggravated caws. And then he looks to you and asks, using whose voice is he going to use? Using Estella's voice, he asks you, do you have questions?
Zephyr's gonna respond. I have quite a few questions, but might I ask what you asked first, as not to waste time?
He bobs his head and he says, I asked them what the path ahead looks like and if there's been any movement into the mines. They say that there's at least 2 Peritons on the way to the mines, and that there's a chance that a pair of Etons will soon be coming down to raid the local farms.
I don't know what either of those are.
For right now, monsters. Potential
Ooh.
encounters. Fights.
Gabagoo.
Evil.
Yeah, very.
Okay. So these birds were near the hollows, at the hollows? Question marks?
He will inform you that these birds were originally spread out along the path that you guys will be taking to get to the hollow.
Okay.
So they're at the path, but they're not at the hollows itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have any of the birds gotten close to the hollows?
He turns and he asks, again speaking in that language you don't know, that Warren.
Cheap, 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 cheap.
A couple of the bluebirds speak up in turn, and a conversation again starts, but it's very quick. And he turns to Zephyr and informs you that just a few of the bluebirds, they say Itzman should be there.
Oh! That's important information.
Robin gave him bad news.
They mention the term greenhorn, so it must be Itzman.
Hawthorne
Okay.
Greenhorn?
Yeah.
That's a little confusing. Is that all the... Just to DM right now. Is that all the questions that he asked the birds?
They're mostly
Because I was planning on casting Speak with Animals so that I could talk to the birds.
That's fair. Essentially, he asked for what are all the dangers along the way? What are potential issues? And is there any one of the following that you saw? And he would describe it to the birds, at least the descriptions he knew of certain characters, such as Itzman.
Got it. Okay. Then I'm gonna go with my questions now.
All right.
Since I wanted to go ahead and get out of the way what questions he asked, because the duration for this is 10 minutes and I got a lot of fucking questions.
That's fair.
Okay, so yeah.
Something I want to point out you can do with Speak with Animals, it is a ritual spell, which means that you can cast it without using a spell slot if you basically take 10 minutes ahead of time to cast it. Just some information, and you could have, if you wish, and if the DM is okay with doing a little bit of retroactiveness, maybe you could have cast that before you came out.
Depending on the answer from the Wither, I will let the dice decide.
How long did it take us to get from the
Since Glint was booking
tavern?
it, probably about 7 minutes.
Damn,
Okay,
son.
how long did it ask him to talk to the birds?
Probably an additional 7. So technically within that time you could.
Then I will.
Oh, I was saying she does it before she leaves the tavern.
Oh.
Because I do think you have to be somewhat stationary for it, because...
Do I?
It's
well,
a
then
ritual.
can I, since you said an additional 7 when he's talking to birds, can I do it as he's talking to the birds? That means that I only have like 3 more minutes. Since he's giving me the information, that would take a little bit to explain.
You know what? Even or odds.
I'm gonna fail, so even.
Alright, all out.
Yay! I'm gonna talk to the freaking birds!
Fuck. Alright. So. Claw! What are your questions?
You got bread?
Sorry. This will be difficult. I guess first, who of you birds were at the Hollows?
So are you speaking to the?
Yes.
Are you speaking to all the birds in general?
I'm gonna speak to all the birds in general. Were any of you recently at the Hollows?
Some of the bluebirds pipe up. Tweet tweet. That would be us. We were there.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
What did you see? Were there any, I'm gonna call it entities? Or people?
Tweet tweet.
Creatures.
We saw many things.
But no putty tats.
What?
No putty tats. All right, Sylvester and Tweety. But tweet tweet. We saw many. We saw earbirds. We saw two headers. We saw
Deerbird?
earbirds.
That wasn't talking to the birds, that was just me being confused with the fucking deerbird is.
You can always
Go
ask
on.
Glint in character.
Nope. Oh, I'm getting all the information first. You're not rerouting me. I'm a tangent lad. I'll get lost in an ocean.
But they go,
Continue.
so they tell you about, they saw earbirds, two headers, the sickly,
Oh shit.
the wrapped, and the
Wrapped.
greenhorn.
And the bitch.
Wait, what? The fuck?
What?
That you haven't even met Itzman already, you calling him a bitch.
Hey, mayor, politician, bad. It's a man.
Jeez.
Wow.
Feminism, let's go.
Oh my gosh. What the fuck?
It's a man as that's how it's spelled. ITZMAN. It's man.
ITZMIN. Itzman.
Either way, he sucks. Who has a name like that? Not because he's a male specimen, but I mean, if I wanted to be a terrible person, I
Very
could.
best.
Wow. Gee.
But
All right, to help you
I
get out of this hole you're digging.
do want to know what about the deer birds and two headers. I can guess the sickly and the wrapped might be Sereno victims as sacrifice or something of the something of that quality of information. So I'm gonna ask, what are the deer birds?
Oh my god, fuck.
Do you mean owls? Demon owls? Whatever those are called?
It is at this point Glint will say no. Around here, and he is speaking in.
Well, if he's trying to answer me.
Glint is speaking to you because he's listening in, obviously, on the conversation. And in a voice you haven't heard before. One that is feminine and confident.
Oh.
And he explains that the deer birds are the peritons. They are creatures that are monstrosities.
And apparently delicious.
Oh, fuck, that's right.
Because you guys have been eating. But
Now I know what those are. Thank you. Yeah.
yeah, those
Do
guys.
not pet. I am dangerous. But why is it so petable? Got it.
Oh god.
Also, Murica.
Oh gosh. But
Okay. I'm gonna ask about the two headers. That was a good enough explanation for me, and we're not gonna question that voice whatsoever. We're just
Nope.
gonna continue.
Exactly.
Let's see. He then explains the two headers are likely the Eatons. They're they're relatively common in this area. They are giants
Oh shit.
that generally have two heads.
Um.
And he will take his rapier and make a quick sketch. It doesn't quite look like this, but it's quite detailed.
Nice.
But this,
I'm so glad that no one told us about this, and I got it from the fucking birds.
and if you'll recall, you
I'm
have
glad
how
we're
many.
prepared for this.
If you recall, you know how many you might encounter.
Yeah, 2 Paratons and a pair of Etons. I wrote this stuff down.
Damn.
I'm gonna die.
Jeez. So, but yeah, you have the sickly, the rift, and the greenhorn. So,
all of it.
the glint at that point will actually talk to the birds again, and Orin. His body.
I'll hear what the response is.
His body language and gestures indicate that he's probably trying to clarify something to them. And the birds, and not the bird, Glint turns back to you and goes, "The sickly is the owl demon."
Oh.
Hey? Is that what the
That's
bird said back
interesting.
to him?
They use the actual name for it.
And you can't say it.
Because I have a very hard time saying the Tlake Kolo. It's the tla that constantly musses up my tongue.
Okay. The birds are describing them as sickly. Does that mean they're technically birds? What? Are they birds under a curse or demonic influence? That's a great. I'm not gonna ask them that. I'm just gonna keep that to myself.
Okay. So that's kind of.
And then lastly, what are the wrapped? Yeah.
Okay.
I have to think out loud a little bit. Maybe the others will give me ideas, but they won't because they don't like my theories. Anyways.
Oh my god. Oh, jeez.
Have I ever said no to any of your ideas yet?
You haven't contributed. Give me my theories.
Give me more theories.
I wish. Great. Put your heads together and you ta-da! This is better than me just going insane.
Yeah.
Come down my spiral, bitches.
Oh my.
Wow.
Look, I've
Join
done my
me in
share
the
of drugs. I've been down the spiral before. I know where
I'm
it
sorry,
all
did
ends.
you say spiral or sparrow?
Yes.
Spiral, but we can go with sparrow, fly into the trees.
We are talking
Look, when you
about
take
birds.
certain drugs, the spiral turns into a sparrow. We're not going to talk about it, okay?
It's true.
Who are the wrapped?
So, once again, Glint asks and talks with the birds to try and get some kind of clarification.
And
And
you're
he
gonna give me
seems.
what the birds say, and then what Glint says.
What did the bird say?
He seems very confused by what he gets.
Am I confused by what I get? Come on.
I know I'm confused.
So,
I'm not even talking to Glint, I'm talking to the birds!
fair, like I said, Glint is listening in the conversation. And the birds essentially, so the bluebirds are the ones talking. And they say, "The wrap, the ones in black, the ones with daggers, not stabs. The ones with curved daggers."
That's what I thought.
The one who
Cult members.
The one who follow the ill will. And Glint.
The one who follow the ill will? What the fuck with that?
Why is the bird speaking an omen?
Because that's what birds do!
Because that is my brain right now.
Now, are they good omen?
No.
That's getting a season 2.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
But yeah.
Baby, you're fine. Stop whining. You've been
Heck.
fed.
So these, I guess, people clothed in black. Is there anything particular about their garments? I'm assuming it's robes.
The birds then describe it as tattered and worn.
Pattern.
Tattered.
Worn. Tattered. Dang. Come on. If you're a cultist, at least make your robe pretty.
No. Sorry, I had to.
Heck.
Okay,
We're
so tattered
on
and
a
worn.
budget. We are doing our best.
Are they really, though?
Yes.
They had to use the hollows instead of this nice little secret hideout. Unless they're paying rent. Maybe that's why they have dumb mayor. We couldn't pay, so we got the mayor to join our activities.
What, you mean like how Twitch does with Jeff Bezos?
Silence! I know nothing of the Twitch. Anyways,
sadly.
Heck.
I'm gonna ask how active have these members been, I guess? The Wrapped. How many are there? And have they gotten more active?
They say there are at least 12.
Well,
Okay.
we're fucked.
At least 12.
To be fair, we took on 8, and no one even... They, like, barely got a turn.
Depends how lucky they are and how powerful they are. They all have daggers, so we don't know if they're throwing daggers. So secondary question again, how active are they?
The
Like,
bird,
have they been going in and out? That kind of active.
the voles cannot sleep and the owls cannot fly for fear of interfering with the wrapped ones.
Okay, the what? The owls?
The
Do you mean the what?
Go ahead.
And the voles?
Yeah.
What are those two?
So the actual animal in this regard. So voles.
Okay.
So voles are moles, underground critters.
Got it. Then I won't.
I like to buy a vole.
Would you like to feed your owl?
I'm actually gonna note that down. How do you spell that? VOLE?
Yes.
And I'll put actual owls.
Yep.
Just in case. They're enemies. Scared. Natural wildlife being scared of them probably means they're bad. Did you notice the Wrapped carrying any items or small or large, maybe shiny, other than the daggers?
Let me look. Would the birds have seen these?
If they're doing a ritual of some sort, the items that would be brought in, such as candles, corpses, buckets of blood, lavender. Who knows?
Sacrifices.
Fuck. Shit. Dead people, no!
They bring people, they bring cattle, and they aid the sickly.
Shit. Oh. They're teamed up? That sucks. teeming with owls.
So get down with the sickness.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Isn't that
Okay. Can they think of anything else other than that? Or is that their final answer for that question?
Oh, I have a question.
Hmm.
Out of character, but it's up to Wither and the DM.
All right.
What do the owls get out of this? Like, out of the arrangements?
I haven't
All
went
the
into
mice
asking
they can
about
eat.
the owls, but now that we do have that, that's
Same goes with the cultists. I mean, the obvious thing's
I don't
power.
think they would know that.
The birds would not know that.
Balls.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. They're only seeing activities and what's happening. They're not hearing things, otherwise they wouldn't be alive to tell us.
Who would kill an innocent bird? Don't look at me.
My
I don't
immediate
know.
thought was to look at you.
I don't know. Wakelets do look like
I think
birds.
that's-
I'm gonna
She's
ask one more
thinking it.
time if they see any particular objects other than living creatures, and if they could, I don't know if they can, they're birds, but they could detect or
Wow.
like
They could detect what?
detect any like bad vibes from said objects, demonic energy, because it's obvious that the creatures are scared. They know something is wrong. I want to know if they know if it's just instinct that bad things are happening there, or it's something deeper that they can explain. But again, they are just birds.
Yeah. They understand walking corpses. They've seen walking corpses.
Requesting Zograd for fresh prepared chicken nuggets in dinosaur shapes.
That reminds me, I need to actually get dino nuggies. I've never had dino nuggies specifically.
Same.
Oh my
But
god.
the walking corpses, so there's also undead.
Yes.
They're the flocking dead.
Oh gosh.
No?
So
Oh
they
my
definitely
God.
haven't seen any objects, maybe a stone altar, just nothing. These cultists are really poor.
They haven't seen anything brought in, but they aren't always around.
That is fair. I don't think I'll get an answer to this, but have you heard anything,
Word?
or have you just seen?
Have you heard the word?
Bird's
The
the
The bird
word.
is the word.
Waiter.
But the birds.
Yeah, how do you think you're talking to them?
Heck. The birds respond with, they have only watched. And they only dare to watch. But they
Yeah.
don't want to be eaten.
By what? The sickly?
The sickly, the walking corpses, and the greenhorn.
Oh, the
Greenhorn.
demon in disguise, and he eats birds. I mean, we all eat birds. I'm so sorry, but he eats birds. Okay, so there are corpses. They haven't gotten close, so they don't know how the corpses taste.
Delicious.
So the owls are definitely associated with the hollows. I don't need to ask that. But I can go into now because of that. Have you been attacked by the sickly?
The crows and the bluebirds as a whole nod.
Those
Okay.
little bitches. They're
all
gonna
of-
die.
All of them responded with yes. And then they say, as in unison, we are the survivors.
Oh. Ouch.
This is get Jinx so much worse.
I love how you just chimed like that.
Jiminy Cricket.
Bad times are coming, la 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 la.
God.
Okay. How do I ask this question about the owls? I'm gonna ask more information about the owls. Well, I know their affiliation to the owls. They're enemies
Hooty hooty hoo.
or victims. Same different. I don't want to be vague and ask what info they have. They're not just gonna tell me that I'm gonna need to be specific.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Don't be specific. Be specific.
Yeah.
I guess it's not. Are they immune to the cold stuff that's happening? That's not a question that would really help me, because they've definitely been attacked by the owl. Owls. Owl. I have the question here, but I don't know how to ask it correctly. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Say one version of it, and maybe the other players will help you.
I'm trying to see if they have info on the owls, as in, like,
Actual
it's
owls or the
obviously
demon owl?
demon owls, the sickly.
Okay.
If they've survived, that means that they were attacked, and they could tell about their experience with that, and give us information on how the owls fight, how the owls have been, the sickly have been moving. If all else fails, ignoring and trying to evade them will come in handy to know their patterns, or whether they have patterns.
How did you survive?
Good question.
Barely.
That could be how it could be phrased.
How was it you escaped?
There you go. The crows speak up and say, "We flew into the small spaces the sickly cannot reach."
You can't get me.
The bluebirds chime in. The sickly can only fly for so long. We can fly higher.
Twice as high.
So
But
long and so high.
it is swift, and it spreads a chilling wind that kills us upon touch.
Oh no! You poor lads!
I turned into frozen turkeys.
Can't believe it, it's Doctor's tone. They turn into stone. The canaries, the swallows. Anyways. I'll ask, but I don't think I'll get an answer.
I will add one more
have
thing.
specific territories of patterns to where they are located? And you can add that one more thing. Go ahead, I'll
Okay.
write it down.
So the one more thing is it turns into another owl, but it is slower than all the others and is not silent in flight.
Oh.
What the fuck does that mean?
Oh. I know what that means. Ooh.
Give me a...
In or out of character?
One second. My
Of course, I'm
earbuds
not
have
there,
died.
so Jesus.
My earbuds have died. Halt.
Oh no.
So
Oh,
it
no.
means...
Her earbuds are dead. Hold on.
Whoops. Quick,
It's
quick
okay.
say
I'll kill
everything.
someone.
All right. Can you hear
Okay.
again?
I can.
Okay. All right.
So it turns into a different owl, a diff owl. Loud. In air? Is it loud only in air and it's slower?
Yes. It's essentially for depending on what you know about real owls, this will tell you a lot.
I don't know shit. I know nothing of owls. Oh, lucky me.
Who wants to explain that one?
Well, they're called a council
Oh my gosh, no.
when they're all together.
All right, so biological information on real life owls. Real owls, when they fly, their flight is entirely silent.
Wait, who's laughing?
Hmm?
Wait.
Eh?
Oh, thank you, Spock. I thought it was like somebody here laughing.
Oh, no.
No, we're all gonna die. You can do the I'm in danger one. That wouldn't be accurate. I tell you what. What?
Gotcha. So,
Hope you know I've practically made a flow chart on this piece of paper because I wrote information totally wrong.
yeah, like I said, with the thing with owls is the fact that their flight is entirely silent. For this thing, for it to be loud is very telling, and it makes it a bit easier to identify, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And it is slower than other owls. Is the
Owl
other thing.
Chanticleer.
Oh, Mark Hamill.
Rockadoodle.
Oh my god. Anyway, so the last thing they mention is the fact that it can change into another owl. What was your other question again?
Pretty much what territory do they reside? Do they have patterns? Or was that run-in the only time they had seen it so they wouldn't know? So, is there a territory that they stick to, or do they roam?
The sickly stays near the hollow in the day, but it feasts at night.
That's good fucking information.
Thank you for the hoot.
Or specifically from them, they'll say the sickly stays in the caves, which Glint will clarify that must be the hollow.
Oh my god, DJ.
Alrighty. When I told you I had a lot of questions, I meant it. I think I'm done.
There you go.
I don't know if I have any more questions. I've got stuff about the Hollow and more people that are there. I guess terrain-wise of the Hollow, we're gonna get that from Glint and Estella, hopefully. And they haven't been there in a while. They wouldn't know what's in the caves. Wait, what small spaces did they hide in? Would they know about the caves?
They could.
You've doomed yourself more questions.
That's
Great.
well, at least you guys are
Can you
getting
tell me about the
information.
terrain of the hollows?
The birds describe the hollow, the caves, as uneven ground, shaky rock, and cracks to hide.
So uneven ground, shaky rocks, cracks. In the ground? Or in general?
The walls and the ground and the ceiling.
In general.
So yeah, in general, there's cracks where where birds can hide.
Are the caves narrow or wide?
They respond with, the caves are deep. We don't know their depths.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to. But I do thank you for the information.
Like,
Wouldn't
I
expect
wouldn't
you to be
expect
too
you to.
knowledgeable. Okay, so they're deep. I guess of the entrance wise, is it like narrow, like skinny, or short? Like, what is the entrance wise that they have been in or been near? Are there multiple entrances? Question mark. Is this a mountain? What is our terrain?
The cave is in the mountain, and the sickly
Never mind.
can fit within the door at its
Oh,
largest.
shit. Oh, God. So they're big, they're wide, they're big old boys.
What was that voice? It sounded like Moxie in the newest episode.
None of your business.
Oh my goodness.
Wide and tall. There's mines. Is there a quarry?
Not in the sense that
I've
we
actually-
know about it.
Well, I think that's all the information I'm gonna get about the terrain. Maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's what I thought. Okay. So, I think that's all I have to ask the bird. You know what? I got one question. How long has it been since they were at the Hollows?
Yesterday. And this morning, they say.
They are the best little news helicopters ever. Yesterday. And this morning. Also, question, why? Why did they go back? Or were they just food? What kind of food would they find over there?
Do you actually ask them that? About why they went back?
Yeah,
Alright.
it's obvious that it's dangerous.
The bluebirds respond and say to see if the hatchlings were left. And if you look over these 19 bluebirds, they are all adults. Not a single fledgling among them.
Ooh.
Well, that sucks. No, I do not say that to the birds. Before
Whoa.
you take that and run with it. I may be evil at heart, but I still have a heart.
Are you sure?
No, I'd have to check.
Oh my
But then
gosh.
people would have access to my credit cards that I store in my heart. Anyways,
Wait, why do birds have credit cards?
No.
in their
Like they
heart.
put things on their bills?
Oh my gosh.
They should have switched to Geico.
But then they'd be geckos.
Gecko
I
birds.
think
I'm going to draw
now
that.
this is all the questions that I have.
Are
Because
you
it's
sure?
quite obvious that the fletchlings did not live. They are talking about their own hatchlings, right?
Yes,
We're not going to have to fight owlbird babies, right?
correct.
Demon owl kids.
You're not going to have to worry about that. That is not in this module.
This module.
In this module,
They're not. They're also not in there yet.
Sorry, there's a certain part of this little adventure I'm looking at. There's no way this dude's getting laid.
What?
Nothing!
Dude! You're not talking about the mayor.
No. I wish they had a picture
So
of
glad
what
he's
that
not
dude
the
looked
baby
like.
daddy of the owl.
All the concerned noises.
I'll get a more lighthearted question. Who put the seeds out here? You said that they seemed to be left out at night. Do you know who left the seeds here, or were they just here when you got here?
It is at this point that Glint actually removes his mask to give you a charming look.
Aww.
And then he puts his mask back on.
Is that because of the subject change, or because he put the seeds out here?
The second one.
You said you wanted to talk to the birds.
I think that's endearing.
Adorable seed. Okay. I guess the birds don't really have to respond to that one, but do they?
They will say they don't know, but they are happy
Aww.
at this small kindness.
Sweet babies.
Okay. So I'm going to assume that the seeds were put there more of a this morning type, instead of I risked my lives with an owl mist so that I could talk to you with the birds. Because
Actually-
will lose it.
Since Ross actually gave me this, I'm going to roll.
Uh-oh.
Don't.
Ross,
He
what have
did
you done?
not.
I'm
Please.
curious, did he get inflicted? Okay, no, he passed that check.
Okay.
I will kill you.
I gave her a big squishy D20 because I thought you needed a stress ball.
It's so fun, I love it. He's so sweet.
Boys. But that does mean he did it at night. Oh my god.
There's a reason it took him so long to wake up.
Ah!
Hi. I love this D20. It's so squishy. I kind of want to get another one,
Okay.
but I don't remember who made them.
Oh.
Now I think I asked enough questions. Haven't heard that one before, I'm sure.
Who the hell are you and you're not with her?
I'm gonna thank the birds. Zebra's gonna say, thank you kindly for this information.
The birds chirp, and you hear, seed, seed, seed. It is at this point that Glint will reach into a pouch on, if I remember correctly, it is on his hip. So yeah, it's on the other hip. He'll reach into his pouch and he will toss bird seed out to the birds. And
Fill your peckers, boys.
and to kind of confirm some things, it looks exactly like the seed that was already there.
Wow, I wonder who put that there.
Who knows?
No
Actually,
one
I've got
knows.
my questions to...
Nobody knows.
You suck. I love you. You suck.
I appreciate that.
I'm gonna add that to my questions real class. Real fast.
Oh my gosh.
I felt so weird. Just when did you put the bird seed out?
You're asking that to Glint?
Not yet. I gotta get the sad questions first.
Oh boy. Alright, so
I'm
with
done
that,
talking to the bird.
okay. Glint will actually ask if you are finished, and if so, he will start heading back toward the tavern.
Have you been talking to birds this whole time? What the
Leave me alone in my bird talk.
It's the most important time of the day for a Zephyr. Bird talk.
Wait, that's
Before
right.
he goes back, I have questions for him that I would like to ask in the privacy of the birds.
Okay, so Glint will actually pause.
Have you heard the birds
turn
and
around,
the bees?
Turn around and look at Zephyr, and in nobody's voice, he'll ask. He uses a specific phrase. How can I help you?
He's all right. I mean, I got your approval.
Anyways.
I heard that.
Did you say bird or
Not
bird
you.
that?
I heard that thirst. All right. So, what question do you have then for Glint?
Image of bird.
Okay. Let me go back to this. Okay. So, yeah, Zephyr's gonna say, actually, I do have a few questions for you. How does Glint respond to that? It's just
How can I help you?
you're gonna have to say it again. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Good fucking
Yeah, it
lord.
was only. I was.
Anyway, moving on. What are the questions for the bird? Birdman.
Zephyr's gonna say, it may seem a bit personal, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but I'd like to know, how'd you meet Nobody?
He pauses and give me a either perception or insight check.
Got it. Let's see which one's better.
By the way, during all of this,
matter.
the rest of the party is being fed and helped by Rufina to make sure you guys are ready for what's coming.
Uh-oh.
14.
Also, thank you for the biddies.
His movements are that of shame. And he shifts from one foot to the other and says in nobody's voice, I made the wrong challenge. I thought that I could take him in a fight.
Hmm.
And I was wrong. He broke me. And his words start getting a bit jarred as he starts
Pause.
picking. Okay.
Was all of this entire phrase spoken in nobody's voice but together? Or
Yes.
is that entire phrase bits and pieces?
It is actually together.
Because that gives me a lot more information than it should.
It doesn't matter. It's not important.
You don't do this to me! You go! Anyways.
I can confirm that your roommate is wrong, by the way.
It's just supposed to be cool.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
so wrong challenge. Just thought I could take him in a fight. After thought I could take him in a fight. What was that afterwards?
So that's when his words start kind of breaking apart and fragmenting.
Got it.
And he goes,
Rule 1 of Fight Club.
Nobody broke me. And at this point, he removes the mask and points again to the beak, the prosthetic. Broke this. Broke beak.
He's hot and
Zephyr's
evil,
gonna chime
folks.
in. Zephyr's gonna chime in a little bit. Did he hurt more than your beak?
He looks down, and it's clear he's not willing to answer that. All he
Right, he's a
says,
eunuch.
all he responds with is broke thoroughly.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't say that, by the way.
Yeah. He then puts his mask back on. And in a regular sentence, not fragmented, solid, he asks, with nobody's voice again, says, "Why do you ask, mister?"
Thought that was going to be important. Zephyr is going to respond. I was quite curious. We, as you've probably figured, have met him before. I wanted to know what your relation with that man was.
First, he asks once
You
again.
speak of him
Go ahead.
as if you're rather fond of him, and yet at the same time, it's just perplexing.
Oh god, I just thought of something. It's Stockholm syndrome.
Oh my gosh, how dare. So you might not be too far from the truth. Glint responds with nobody's voice in it is solid. He says, he did what he had to. I was wrong.
Pause. That entire thing was
Solid.
one sentence?
Was a solid sentence.
Yeah, that one's actually important. Zephyr's gonna respond, how so?
I picked the fight. Again, solid sentence. It's clear that it sounds like it's from a different conversation, though.
That's all I'm gonna ask you about that.
Fair. He then continues, and again, now the sentence is fragmented. And he says, after I lost, he healed me, took me in.
Fed me seeds.
Gave me a nice little bird cage that I could call home.
He was a seed daddy.
Oh my gosh.
Gave me a little bird bath.
Oh my gosh. I mean, technically you wouldn't be wrong there. But he essentially tells that nobody took care of him after the fight. That nobody is the one that made the prosthetic beak that he now has.
Poorly.
Poorly, yes. But he took care.
Sorry, that's my blacksmith coming out.
But Glint pretty much explains that nobody, despite the fact that Glint picked a fight with nobody, Glint lost badly at that. But nobody took care of Glint, and so Glint then proceeds to tell you, I joined nobody. For he cared when he shouldn't have.
One sentence or
He's
still
not gonna start.
fragmented?
He's not going to start
Staccato.
sticking around me since I'm giving a shit about his beak and all that, is he?
Yes.
No, I already have a bear, and then I have this wild thing
Too
that we're not allowed
bad.
to get
You
caffeine
just got
to.
a crow child.
Beaconing.
Not a
But
fucking mouth to feed.
Well, Zephyr is
Alright,
gonna
take care,
ask
JC. All the
a
hugs.
little bit of a subject change. You said there were others in this group. Did they meet nobody a similar way?
he shakes his head. No. Nothing was bought and freed. The twins, and again, this stuff is fragmented now. The twins were helping for the right. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, so he mentioned nobody, he mentioned the twins. He says, the twins are newest to our group. They are naive, but they are good.
So they're very easily manipulated.
Hey kids, you want some coffee?
Okay. I'm gonna ask. Zephyrs gonna ask. Can you tell me more about them?
He seems
Nothing in the twins.
He shifts from one foot to another, looks around, looks to the birds. He focuses on the birds briefly and then says, Tiefling and Tabaxi. But that is all I can say for now.
Okay. I'm not confused.
Baby, you're fine. Stop whining. You've been fed. Shush.
I'm gonna follow his eyes when he says that and like looks at the birds for a bit. So I'm just gonna say, I understand.
Hey, you.
I won't pry any further. But I do have one last question. When did you put the bird seed out here?
It is at this point he realizes the change in conversation. He stiffens up and goes, in nobody's voice, this is entirely unbroken. This is a solid sentence. That's a tale for another time, sweetheart. He turns around and immediately starts heading toward the tavern.
Wow. That's one way to segue.
I can take it back. I take it back. The bird can come follow me. I don't care. With an answer like that, I am impressed.
But no, he booked it when he went to go talk with the birds. He's booking it back to the tavern.
Nope.
That's why I left that question for the end.
Excellent.
Oh my gosh, that was a perfect one. Speaking of, this would be a good time to end the session, because we've been going for about 3 hours.
Sure.
I took a good hour to ask the birds question.
It was most of the time was spent on chicken nuggets, apparently.
Yes.
As our time should be.
Oh my God.
Of course. I'd have it no other way.
There are priorities
I
in
just
life.
got so
Loved
much
ones,
information.
Justice, chicken nuggets, and the nuggets are on top.
Bro, I haven't been loring this hard in so many of the past sessions. I'm so glad I got my lore in.
I
Who's
will
Lauren?
say, Keg. I will say I'm
I was
actually
having
rather
lore cravings.
I'm rather happy that I was able to get out some lore, like background information with that group, because they will be, I can tell you for a fact, they will be important for the rest of the campaign, especially now that you've managed to befriend, not just a little bit, solidly, you have befriended Glint.
I'm gonna tell you, Zephyr was definitely frustrated and flustered by that phrase.
We
Flustered is
also
the correct word.
kind of simmered down. God damn it! I can't remember.
Fortino!
Yes, thank you.
Fortino.
No worries, I'll always remember Fortino, even when no one else does.
Yeah,
Especially when he's dead.
including the DM.
Yeah.
So, with that said, do you guys want to end there, considering the fact that we have been going on for about 3 hours?
That's a good time for me.
Okay. So, yay or nay on ending?
I'm good. Yep. Yay.
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 Okay. All right.
Yay,
Yay,
sayers.
Alrighty. So, despite the fact that I was totally unprepared for everything that was going to come after that,
Surprise.
You mean the bird dog?
yeah, everything after the bird talk. I had some stuff, but was mostly unprepared for all of it.
Haha, sucker, you got saved by the bird talk.
For once, I didn't get fucked over by bird talk. This is going to
You
be
only
the
slightly got knocked over by bird talk.
This is going to be the bane. I predict this thing is going to be the bane of my existence, but also my savior at the exact same time for the rest of this campaign. It's fucking
And
bird
you were
talk.
hoping that I didn't remember the bird talk. What would have done without the bird talk? Probably just continue, but still.
What would I have done without the bird talk? Thrown 2 parrotons at your faces.
I'm sorry, 2 parrots at our faces?
Parrotons.
Of course.
The bird ears.
I was gonna say, suddenly, what was it called? The, oh, what the hell is it called? Repel has worn off.
But yeah, I mean, technically you could insult it by calling it a parrot.
I'm gonna call it America, and it's not gonna understand what America is, because America doesn't exist.
In
Do
this
you think it'd be offended if I offer Polly a cracker when I see it?
Actually, I'm curious, what is this thing's intelligence? Is it smart enough to be offended?
Or is it a bird brain?
Yes! It is actually
When I-
intelligent enough to understand that.
Who?
Oh, good. Don't let me talk.
Oh.
And when I tell you I made notes,
Good.
I made notes. I
Send
sent
them-
you it in the player to DM. Look at it.
That is awesome, because I'm going to need those notes for later.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The first one, I hope you love my flowchart. The arrows tell you where to go.
oh good lordy.
Yeah.
That is a mess.
Good luck. The second one is really organized, though.
Heck.
Uh,
Nice. Alrighty.
And there's also stuff about Novox on there, but we're not going to talk about
Heck. So, with that said, that'll be,
that all the more.
at the very least, that'll be end of streams, but I'm going to keep the recording going for a little bit. So, ta-ta for
Why,
you.
you think I'm going to go insane?